Nah, Bishop was gonna. They was gonna play that when Bishop got up after he fell off the roof.
If the beat,
Listen,
he fell on some garbage. I'm telling y'all, he ain't dead. Man.
all right, I'm gonna be the nitpicker here with movies. Pac had a little ass revolver that held probably 6 bullets. He fired at Q at least 17 times.
Nah, that's a fact.
no, don't nitpick.
And he was dead sprinting. He never reloaded.
Don't nitpick at black movies.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. All right.
At a time like now, especially with all the racial tension going on. Don't do
That's
that.
a fact.
Don't
That's
do
a
that
fact.
to
We're not
Jews.
gonna-
And it's
Part of
Pac's
the culture.
birthday. And it's Pac's birthday.
Absolutely. Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Pac.
Pac.
Oh shit! Happy birthday, Pac. Rory, speaking of these alternate endings to movies and shit, I think it was released that The Sopranos ended just the way we thought it ended.
That he got murked.
Yeah. So
Did people think otherwise?
Yes.
I've always thought that.
They blew his head
I
off.
hate these two niggas.
No, Rory always felt like that, though.
You didn't
I
feel
know,
that way,
but
Mo?
y'all,
Yeah,
know they left it open for
Oh,
like
no, of course.
interpretation.
No,
Yeah,
but
that's
once,
just being
all right, but
cute.
once you got on your nerdy TV shit and they did the breakdown with the camera angles and the shit coming out and us seeing the black frame was Tony's point of view, yeah, he got murked.
Oh,
And then they showed like the bell. Somebody opened the door.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
walked in,
And that was then Tony's point of view, the same way they were doing the camera
Yeah.
throughout the entire scene. Like, if you get in your nerd shit, the dude with the members only jacket came out, blew his head off in front of his family
yeah.
Rough.
over onion rings.
No, Onion
Only,
Rings is a-
if
it's a
only
serious
Meadow
thing.
could have parallel parked better, he would have had a chance. But
and
what do I
that's
know?
and that's why I try to stay out of like small skirmishes because I don't want to die over something small like an onion ring.
Right. Yeah, no.
Well,
I'll be pissed.
I mean, he was also the boss of a mafia family in the middle of a war. He just happened to be having onion rings. I don't think that's why they killed him.
But
you never
don't
know.
know.
You never
but
know.
you don't know.
You are correct.
Parks, drops, please, drops, please.
And I don't know if that movie's ever going to come out with
No,
COVID
Joe
fucking everything up.
No, Warrior Ma.
This Parks.
What's happening?
Yeah, I could tell those are white fingers on the drop.
I can tell those are white fingers.
They were syncopated enough.
Off beat.
little
Offbeat.
little stiff.
My bad.
Joe is a fucking asshole.
All right.
man.
I quantized them shits.
Was it me? You heard that shit. You heard it too, Rory.
You know what?
Look at Erickson.
Because I knew Joe was gonna have something to say about
you
it,
know
but
it.
I didn't think it was gonna be white fingers.
Microphone check 1 2. What is this? What is this, man?
No, but what is this though exactly?
That's the real question.
Why are we? What is
What
going
is
on?
this? What is all of this?
Welcome to episode 354 of the Joe Budden Podcast. I'm your humble, grateful, gracious, and highly favored or lowly favored, depending on how you were introduced to me. Host Joe Budden here with a few of my nearest. Yeah, I'm not highly favored at all.
Now,
Like, I want people to know that I do know that that's sarcasm when I say it.
Yeah.
I
think they know that.
And they
It's,
need,
it's subjective.
yeah, but they got to change that.
You're somebody's favorite.
They got to start favoring me higher.
They got to put you higher on the favorite.
Well, just higher than they do.
Okay,
Higher than they do.
understand. All right.
Shout out to our Spotify listenership, our YouTube listenership. Shout out to our first and last time listeners and everybody in between. Shout out to our essential workers. Shout out to everybody who's just getting back to work. Shout out to everybody that's still home. Shout out to everybody that's still trying to find a way to make ends meet out there. Shit is still rough. Shit is still hard. Shout out to all black people. I'm rooting for everybody that's black.
That's a fact.
Shout out to all movements. Shout out to everybody oppressed. Shout out to everybody, man. Hopefully everybody's doing well. I'm glad to be back. Rory mauled on my underarms. I didn't put the Old Spice on after the shower, and I
cool.
could feel it.
It's okay.
I smell like the
Feel a little
plane a
muggy.
little bit. I smell like the plane.
Oh, the plane is always,
I
you
smell
gotta
like
clean up after the plane.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't do it. Came
all
straight,
right. Don't
came
worry.
straight here to work. And you know
You
what?
didn't use the hot towel in first class? Take
In your armpits?
take a little whole bath in the little bathroom?
Little whole bag.
No, I didn't. I didn't do that, Rory.
Oh, okay.
Tell me more about that.
I mean,
That little ass thing they give you.
you could ask for an extra one.
If you're white,
2 or 3.
if you're white,
I don't use first class.
we
You do.
can't.
We can't. No, we can't ask for extra.
You are in first class. I am not in first class.
Yo, when Rory makes the jump to first class, because me and Maul already seen how you act in the airport. Like when you get in first class,
Oh yeah, Roy, he gonna go crazy.
oh my God, he's gonna be peed.
Mimosas all day.
Nah, he gonna order like
Pinky up.
flow
Mimosa.
bloody margaritas.
Yeah, why not? It's free, right?
There's a Bloody Marys,
Bloody Mary.
Yeah, Bloody Marys.
Or-
that's the nastiest shit in the world.
Nah, it's the most delicious shit in the world.
You had a Bloody Mary before? That's not black
yeah,
people shit.
I have.
You enjoy that?
I did. but I enjoyed it.
I'm not a fan.
Fuck you.
That shit is
I
terrible.
like tomato
I'm not a
juice, though.
fan.
That shit is terrible.
You don't like V8s?
I get my veggies in other ways.
V8,
Like I'd rather
I don't
steam
know.
my veggies.
Would I be
and eat 'em.
fishing for a pause there?
Bloody Mary's like
Yeah.
a V8 and Henny.
No.
V8 and
Wait,
vodka.
V8 and Henny?
No,
No, that's.
That's all right.
I don't think it's Henny.
I think Rory
Look how
is
black
the only
you
one that
are.
pulled that one off.
You want to put a V8 in some Henny? Look at you, man.
That was the Nori line.
I love V8s.
Not a fan.
We're not starting with V8.
Yeah,
How's everybody doing, man? What's going on? Again, pardon my underarms.
it's all good.
How y'all doing, man?
Bath next time.
How y'all feeling? What's been going on? What's been happening? What's new in your lives?
Nothing much, but feeling good, man. Feeling good. Things are slowly turning as far as the city. More people are out for sure. But
I said, how are you doing?
I said I'm all right. I'm okay.
How the hell did that
I'm
get
as good.
to
I'm as
our
good as I can be.
topic?
I'm
I just
feeling
like the
better
fact that
now
shit is opening.
that it's
Thank
starting
you.
to feel
That's what
normal
I'm saying.
again.
Like things are feeling a little more.
Oh.
You know,
Yeah,
a
me
little
and
more
Rem
normal.
rented one of the little Revels and rode around.
How is it?
That shit was kind of
See,
fun.
those are
Yeah.
becoming pretty popular.
Yeah, it was,
thought
it
about
was a
getting-
little tough to navigate at first, but once you got used to it, that shit was kind of lit.
It's
I
a
thought about
moped,
getting
right?
a scooter. Yeah, I thought about
Yeah.
getting a moped, like just to get around the city.
That shit is alright.
Yo, these Parks and Rim, like, I see how their relationship is so strong. They, like, do activities together.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Man.
Like a relationship?
yeah, you mean like a loving relationship, a caring relationship.
Different from any time you call Rory.
What you
Banging
mean?
Mobb Deep at 2 a.m.
Yo, Rory was on live one night for 7 hours
Yeah.
straight. I said, that crib ain't that big. That crib is not that big, buddy.
Me?
Sam in the room steaming.
No, you
Maybe she was jamming.
no, you hit
Man,
Rory.
oh yeah, true.
You hit Rory phone when he out doing the activity. It'd be like, yeah, I had to come to Sam's fucking. I had to come to Sam's fucking aunt's birthday party. Hate Sam's aunt. I hope this
Don't
shit is
say
over.
that.
All right, fine. I'm joking. All right, so more feels good. Things are opening. Parks
good.
is in love with his fucking fiance.
I was saying, I feel great now. Shit feels sort of normal. I'm starting to have more like regular conversations that we had in January and February. It's still we're slowly starting to get back to my sanity area to some degree.
This is when if I had my laptop, I would play Stephanie Mills. I Feel Good All Over, softly in the background.
I think
Okay.
Rory definitely got that in his Serato.
Well, Joe said I was going to do the intro today, but then all of a sudden
And
he
I
started
sat-
playing
and I
his
sat here
Cokehead song off rip, and I was like, all right,
He's
well, I
fresh
guess
from Miami, so
No, I sat here for mad long. Like, hey, let's start. I don't want to start. Then I saw you looking at Lecrae on the thing.
I thought he was gonna start the pod. This is
Yeah, maybe
I'm
I was
like,
gonna
all
give
right,
him some
nah, we're
Lecrae
not
bars.
starting with Lecrae, buddy.
shout out to Lecrae, but
All right, no, we're not playing Stephanie Mills now, so it's fine.
Oh.
It's fine. We lost a moment. I don't have my laptop. Oh, let me tell the audience. I don't have my laptop, and I
okay.
stink.
It's all right. That goes hand in hand. When you don't have a laptop, you usually stink.
Stink ass nigga.
Yeah, like you ain't got a laptop, you stink dirty nigga.
Or the nigga with a Dell stink too.
You ain't you don't bring your laptop on trips?
No.
yeah, tell us about your little weekend.
That's
You
a
had
really
this little
that's a really
vacation
single man thing to do.
to not bring your laptop.
Men in relationships take anything that plugs in with them on their trips.
That's kind of a fact.
You know, there was a point in time,
Man will
Rory,
bring a desktop to the hotel. Like you're going away for the weekend. Why do you have a duffel you're checking? Got my whole setup.
Yeah.
there was a point in time where I felt like that, where I would not go on vacation without my laptop. You just needed it. But then I started getting, but that's when I used to pack a heavy bag for vacation too.
Yeah, you learn to like. I never use this. I never use that.
Yeah,
I
the
never
more
use-
you
Yeah.
go, and I think it was one of my therapists that said the point you pack how you want to feel. You're supposed to go lighter.
Yeah.
You don't want to bring everything with you. And once you said that, I was like,
bring
you know
the
what?
baggage. I see what
Yeah,
you did.
I'm just from now on 4 t-shirts, 4 tank tops, 4 drawers,
Oh, you
4
would know.
shorts.
Oh, no, as long-
some Uggs. It's over.
Yeah, everything changed when I started realizing drawers are the first thing you should pack, and realize if you have enough of those,
drawers and socks.
you'll probably be
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So
could figure-
undershirts, socks.
you can figure the rest out.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
You can always go
Stuff,
cop
yeah.
a t-shirt if you need to, or a pair of jeans or something.
Well, now shit is
Well, that's true.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
A little different, but yeah.
How was it in the world outside of New York City?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you didn't.
I didn't leave my area.
Oh, okay.
The one time I did, it felt like Miami, and I was like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like it was a bunch of college kids.
Yeah. No masks.
Bunch of fucking
pouring beer on each other.
Well, no, everybody was required to wear a mask upon entry to places and in Ubers.
Okay.
Naturally, not. They didn't have to keep it on. But it was some life out there. A few places were open, but it wasn't crazy.
Right.
Okay.
It wasn't crazy. The airports, both going and coming, not crazy at all.
Yeah.
Dare I say it might
Was the flight
have
back?
been my smoothest just travel
Oh, I'm
ever.
sure. I'm sure.
Yeah. Was the flight packed though?
Coming back, it was
little heavy?
it was kind of heavy. Going there, not so much at all. Okay. But I mean, the seat next to me was empty, so I mean, it wasn't
no
a
middle seats
full.
no more.
Oh no! Well,
no
United
middle seats.
on United, United will put somebody there.
There's no middle seats in first class
United,
anyway.
United is putting you there. Yeah, I don't.
no middle seats on the
I don't even
PJ.
know what a first middle seat is anymore.
No, I feel
Neither do you. Come on,
Well,
man.
must be nice.
Yeah, but it was overall it was a real good trip.
Did you
had a
go to
good
restaurants?
time.
Could you go to restaurants?
I did Prime 112 once.
Wealth. What'd you guys have for dinner this weekend?
Hamburgers,
Escargot.
Crazy.
ramen.
Ramen.
Parks bought a house. I mean,
Well,
I don't know how much. Yeah, I don't know how much we're sharing here, but Prime 112
buy a house.
versus a house. I'm gonna
Yeah,
take.
or a house.
I'm gonna take the house. You are too.
That is a fact.
But it was cool. Prime 112 was cool. Miami was cool. Didn't hit the beach. Didn't do any of that. I did appreciate where I was staying. They had they cleaned that shit 3 times a day.
Yeah.
They had the remotes in little plastic bags.
Nice.
They had face masks there, like
Okay.
just to spare. They had them in the lobby, so they were taking extra precaution. I appreciated that.
That's cool.
I did.
That's
Gotcha.
cool.
Dope.
Well,
So you had a
shit.
good time.
Can't wait to
Oh
take
no
a
no
vacation.
no! Have a good time. Have a good time. You ever put your you ever get out of bed and maybe with the lights out, you go to put your boxers or your boxer briefs on, you put them on inside out, and you don't notice until like some later point in the day.
Yes,
been there,
I've
yeah.
done that before.
Yeah, that's how my asshole feels.
I don't know what that
I don't know
means.
where to take this. I don't even know how to interpret that. I don't even know if I want the backstory.
So moving on.
No. Let's stay right here. This is it.
Yeah,
Your asshole feels like it's inside out. Is what you're saying.
Do you have a hemorrhoid?
Yeah, like,
no, she did that.
Is that a mark of a
yo,
victim?
don't ever look at me and tell me.
Let me tell you something.
No, she did that.
Fam, no.
Don't look. Stop.
I
Look
didn't
at
even
Rory.
know
Don't
that.
look at me.
All right, Rory. No, stay
Don't look
behind.
at me. Wait.
Look, see, Eric can feel me though. That bitch put her hand on my spine. and was like, "Oh shit, I'm a baby."
You're not a baby.
Yes, I
You're a
was.
grown man. This nigga Joe is sick, man. Yo, what's wrong with you?
Edit.
Allegedly.
Side.
Yeah, allegedly.
Y'all know I just try to appeal to the audience.
Whenever you say allegedly, it fixes everything. Allegedly. Yeah.
Listen, I gave it up on horrible decisions about the inside out asshole, so I have no leg to
Nah,
stand
let
on
me
here.
tell you something. they are out there,
I know. Trust me, I know.
man.
You understand the demon word now, don't you?
That's what the little purple devil means?
No, you
Oh,
start.
I never want to see that thing again.
You start looking like the purple devil if they do it.
But I can't get an air horn or something to mask this. Oh, Jesus.
Just a quiet audio
God
bed.
This motherfucker.
Holy shit.
Anyway,
So,
yes, yes. There we go. Yeah, so
Inside out
turn it
ass.
down a little bit. Yeah.
Round of applause for the inside out
Round
ass.
of applause for my asshole.
Yeah, you got cleanest it's ever been. Joe is the cleanest asshole in the tri-state.
Hey, you can do a white glove test down there, buddy.
Oh, you are sick, man. That's some funny shit. I feel you though. Listen, I'm with you.
Listen,
Sounds like
some
a nice
niggas
weekend.
out there gonna feel me.
No, I feel you.
Some
No, I
niggas
feel you.
not.
I feel
it
you.
ain't for everybody.
I feel
What do you
you,
want
fam.
me? I didn't even know what's happening.
I feel you.
No, that's how it happens.
Yeah.
And then-
Yeah, I didn't put that on the menu.
Yeah, no. I get it.
and it
Man.
startles you at first,
Yeah.
and then you like, oh,
Hi. Her intro was so subtle.
Yeah.
It was like I didn't feel intruded upon at all.
really a lot of tender love and care.
She held me.
I feel you. Trust me. I know.
And listen, I've been coming in here talking to Rory about these. Listen, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
I've been coming in here and talking about these fucking sex pills. I don't know the name of them. And I've been bigging them up for like a year, right? But had to be at least 6 months ago where my dad allegedly came to me and said, listen to this. I'm going to give you one of these. This pill was a different color. It wasn't stone gray.
Right.
He said, I'm going to give you one of these. And what this is you're going to take this, and then for the next 4 days, whenever your dick feel like doing something, it's there. And he said that shit, and I'm a pessimist. I ain't really believe that shit, and I'm not fucking nobody for 4 days.
Right.
So I just let it sit there. Until.
And you broke the glass?
Fam, let me tell you something about that.
I know.
Go refill that prescription.
Need that on every vacay?
On every vacay. I'm looking to give the 4-day experience to somebody right in Cliffside.
The 4-day package. All inclusive.
I need you to pack a bag.
Yo, pack a bag local is nuts.
Yeah, pack a bag.
Oh my
You're not
A
listen.
whole suitcase.
Yeah, you're not
See,
leaving.
and Savon, this is why I be asking them, what do y'all want to start with? Because
This is great.
No,
This was
nigga,
riveting. Great.
No.
Listen,
no.
this is great.
We're not editing that.
No, this is very
God,
informative.
no.
This
Nah.
is very informative.
I was just about to tell y'all that Maryland was open.
Yeah, no. Who gives a fuck? Nobody cares.
I didn't see a mask in
Yeah,
sight.
nobody cares.
Tell me about New York opening.
Well, I wasn't here this weekend, but
Oh, where'd you go?
I was in Maryland,
Oh,
which was open. I went to a club.
Went to Sam's aunt's party, huh?
Yes.
What was in Maryland?
I was getting some work done. Studios are open over there.
okay.
Really? Okay.
Y'all seen how he fucking held his cup when he said that to me?
Get some work.
Pinky up.
Like how you hold a cup.
Yeah, fucking executive hand ass. Get out of here. It was on a
Studios is open.
Nah, but they got the clubs open.
What you and Los
and,
did?
Got some bars off.
Los.
Did a whole DMV set.
Los.
Wally and Golding.
One of
came
y'all better have some important information.
This is important
to
information.
share with this audience.
No, we've been
so-
sharing important information thus far.
All right, Rory
All right, well,
went to Maryland to finish his album.
I'm gonna snitch a little bit. We went to the club. All the clubs are staying boarded up, and they got all these little back entrances. And when you walk in, you think you're about to get killed, and then you walk into a full-fledged club, like
a
everything
speakeasy.
is normal.
Yeah.
Speakeasy joint.
Maryland's doing it correct.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you can't do that in New York, though. That wouldn't be a secret for long.
Probably not.
Way too
I
many
mean,
people
it's
on the block.
happening.
Is it?
I think so.
No.
I think it's happening. Well, actually, no. We're just doing it in the streets here.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. The
People are getting super. It looked like New Orleans when we was out in that scooter. All these streets in the story was crazy packed. Drinking.
The one time in Miami that I did attempt to go out. Going out is over. Like it's over.
As far as like going to the clubs and shit like that.
As far as our brains just being conditioned differently through this pandemic.
Yeah.
Like certain shit we thought was stupid before.
Now we know it's stupid and
And
unnecessary.
now to see the club that maybe treats you differently if they don't know who you are, the club that leaves the line outside to make it appear a certain way,
You're not doing that no more.
No.
the club that no, we only have bottle service available. All of that stupid shit just sounds even more stupid after COVID.
Yeah.
Or not after because we're still in it, but post-pandemic. Well, not post.
Post-quarantine.
Yeah, quarantine.
Well, we spoke about that. A lot
Oh
of
my
things that
God, it's
we thought we
disgusting,
needed.
man.
A lot of things, even from as how much we eat. Like I was saying, like that was one of the first things I noticed when we first went into quarantine was like, we eat unnecessarily. Like
That's true. My diet is mad different.
yeah, it's
My
like
diet is
fam,
different.
like I'm not even hungry anymore. Like I eat once, maybe twice, at most a day now. Like
I'll little meal you to death now during the day and be fine.
And I'll split a meal in half. Like I'll have half of this and then eat the other half later, and that's it for the day for me. Like before when shit was
I
open.
see why you single.
No, I'm just saying. But before when shit was open, you just jump in and out of different spots. Somebody's here, meet them there. Oh, let me order this. Let me try this. It's like now you don't need none of that shit.
At
It's
all.
unnecessary. A lot of shit is unnecessary.
At all. No, it's true. Damn, I was going somewhere off of that unnecessary thought. Oh, to Rory's point earlier about bringing a laptop on vacation. Listen, I haven't worn my watch in like weeks, and I feel great about it.
Yeah,
I know that's like a cardinal rule to
men.
not break for men.
yeah.
And why is that again?
I do it out of habit.
Just a
I was just raised-
gentleman thing.
I was just raised that way.
Gentleman
Yeah,
thing.
I think
But
we
they
all-
raised us to not respect men that didn't have a watch on.
Not,
Why did they
not,
do that?
Not respect, but
Yeah.
a man should always have a watch on. That was something I don't know about not respect a man that didn't have a watch, but a man.
Well, no,
should have a
no.
watch.
That's how it was taught to me. But then as you go on through life, you quickly learn who to have respect for that doesn't have a watch on. Like,
True.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess it could tell taste, like, because watches are so easily available to get. Someone that has better taste would get one.
Right.
I don't know if that's a reason, but
Like if you had a Michael Kors watch on right now,
I would never.
Y'all hating.
But if for some,
I got you.
you just
Let's just clear the air real quick. It would never fucking
like use
happen.
that
But
hypothetical.
if for some reason
it would never
you
happen.
did,
Right.
I would prefer you to just not have
a watch at all,
not
right?
have a watch on.
No, absolutely.
All right, what's important? Dave Chappelle happened
Chappelle
immediately after we recorded. I can't talk for some reason today.
Or that was what, Saturday morning? Or
No,
Friday morning?
I think
Friday. I think it was Friday.
I think it was Friday.
Yeah,
late.
I think it was Friday.
Yeah, Friday. We recorded Thursday. It came out Friday.
It came out Friday.
Now explain this to me because was this a Netflix release on YouTube?
It appeared that way. I think
It did, yeah.
the branding was Netflix. I don't.
He's in
know.
contract with Netflix, so I'm sure anything he wants to release at the moment has to
He
somehow
has a deal
go
with
through
Netflix.
them.
He has a deal with Netflix.
Yeah, but I don't want us to gloss over that.
No, it's important. It's interesting, at least.
Yeah, it's very intriguing to me. I haven't opened Netflix, so I don't know if this is available there as well.
It's not. To my
It's not
knowledge.
available on Netflix.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. There.
I'm sure eventually it will be. But I can see Chappelle going in there and saying YouTube being a free service, I want this to just go out to everyone that can watch it.
Yeah.
Which would be my first thought. And I don't know if things on Netflix stream well from a business standpoint, as short as this was, in their comedy section.
This would have killed on Netflix.
Of course
It
it
would've,
would. I'm just
yeah.
trying to think of weird things that maybe Netflix thought YouTube would be better, because I think it was on IGTV as well.
Oh, yeah?
I think they were trying to go with free platforms.
Well, again, I have zero facts here, so all I can do is assume. And mind you, Dave Chappelle is Dave Chappelle, bitch. So he's powerful enough to go to any partner and say, "This is what I want to do," and I would assume that they would honor that.
I stopped whenever I was doing it 2 a.m. when it dropped. It went right.
I woke up to it.
It's one of
Yeah, I
those.
woke up to it too.
Yeah,
and didn't even get out of bed.
6 in the morning, right in bed. What a watch. And though Dave Chappelle is that powerful, I'm gonna commend Netflix off my limited knowledge for allowing him to make such an immediate statement.
Yeah.
I don't know the process with Netflix, so it just felt like they wanted this to be immediate, and that's what it was. 1, 2. Let me tip my hat to Dave Chappelle again, because all of us out here that make money from touring have toyed with this idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian came to me a few weeks ago. Hey, what do you think about the drive-in at the Prudential? Guess what, Ian? I hate it. I hate that idea. That sounds stupid. And don't talk to me about that anymore.
As if live podcasting wasn't already kind of awkward.
Yeah. Now you want niggas to pull up in their cars and honk the horn when something is funny?
No.
At the Prudential Center?
No.
No, but I understand. The venues need money. They need people. The agents. It's too many. It's too many hands in.
I saw Michael Che do something in a parking lot. I don't know if he was in Brooklyn or Queens.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, he tried to keep it super low. He eventually put some of it on Instagram. But yeah, he just secretly put out some shit, said I'll be in a parking lot, and set up a small stage and speakers, and there was a good amount of people there.
Well,
See, that's awesome.
I think that's amazing.
They showed us this setup.
Yeah.
They showed us this setup,
And even that was part
and
of.
I was glued
Yeah,
to
and I-
even just how they said it.
I was about to say, I think even that was part of what Dave was doing with this. I think he was trying to show exactly how much has changed. Like showing how the seating was. And then, because that was the first thing he said, like, is this weird for anybody? Is this awkward? Is this, you know what I mean? Like, he addressed that. And I think that was part of the genius that his brain, how it works, is he's showing how much the world is changing, how much is going on, how much is different, and how much we took for granted, and yet how much more we have to do in this world.
And
All in 8 minutes and however long this shit was.
to that point,
20
two
minutes.
more.
But, yeah.
Well,
Well,
20
I'm
minutes,
sure
yeah.
this shit was probably, knowing Dave, this was probably 5 hours that they cut down to 8 minutes.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
He doesn't, or 27 minutes, sorry. I'm sure he was out there for quite some time and cut it down to what he wanted to put out there.
Yeah.
It didn't look heavily edited, but you never know.
I don't think he was out there very long.
Yeah, me either.
I think
I just knowing Dave, anytime he does a set period,
No, I know what you're saying, but I didn't hear or see any edits.
This didn't feel like a set.
No, I
wouldn't call it a set. Again, back to my point about him just wanting this to be immediate. It felt like he had something to say. It felt like it was pressing.
Yeah.
What was the scroll down to the description, Screen Man?
It felt like
from Dave. Normally, I wouldn't show you something so unrefined. I hope you understand.
Yeah, that don't tell me he was out there for a long time.
Yeah, no, I don't think he was either.
And at the start of this, dare I say, not that he looked uncomfortable. He looked like he was feeling.
Yeah.
He hadn't really processed the thoughts, or he was ready to even share exactly how he felt yet.
I'm going to ask y'all this really stupid question. What is Dave Chappelle?
That's a great question.
A genius.
Yes.
Certainly a genius.
Because
He's a mind.
Because this is now the last 3 times I've seen him, he has not told a joke.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the genius of him, though. He has a way of addressing things, but it's his tone, it's his delivery. It's not so much a punchline thing with Dave. I think it's just the way he gives it to you. It's kind of like, oh, that's funny. Like,
and there were still moments
but
in this to laugh. Is the beauty of it. Like, as serious as it was, he still made you laugh.
But there was
the
never
way
like
started.
a joke structure. It's not like this is description, punchline. It was
the way he started. We didn't know what this was.
Yeah.
And he started out, it was something that had nothing to do with what's currently going on, and he went right into what's going on. So it was like, oh, this is what this is. Like, this isn't a stand-up. This is like, he has something to say.
But even if you think to yourself how Dave Chappelle even has gotten himself in this position, to where it was a very welcoming voice when this was released.
Yeah.
Like, but for me, I kind of laughed as I was glued to this from bed. I laughed, and he even brought it up here. The whole where the fuck is Ja Rule? Where the fuck is
like,
Ja
who gives a fuck about what Ja Rule thinks? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you would think that a comedian at a time like this just wouldn't be the voice we want to hear from, especially a comedian who disappeared. Dave Chappelle he subtracted his voice for years and came back more amplified than ever just by the things that he had to say.
But see, that's the thing, Joe. Why did he disappear?
Yeah.
It has a lot to do with what's going on today. What we still dealing with.
Yeah.
It was him not wanting to be controlled by the powers that be.
He's always stood for that. And I think that kind of still resonates with, I don't want to say black people, but his people. Anybody that fucks with Dave, you kind of, I would think you know that story.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And his style also, I mean, back to it not being quote-unquote comedy, his style has always been kind of, I'm just going to get on stage and
conversational, for sure.
Smoke cigarettes. I'm just going to sit here for a while.
Especially
make
post
some stupid jokes.
Post Chappelle show, when he kind of was in his own shit and had kind of defined who he was as a comic. He didn't need to really chase anything to be a bigger comic. He really got in his, I'm just going to go up here and talk shit.
Yeah. For me, and not to cut you off, Rory, for me, I went to see his stand-up at Radio City however many years ago when he came back and planned on doing 2 shows, but then sold out like 30 of them.
Did a whole month.
Just lived there.
Which one did you see? Who performed as well? Because I know it's different musical acts every night.
Yeah, he had a bunch of big artists
that were
through.
every night was amazing.
Man. Damn, that's horrible. I'm not going to remember right now who the performer was. But it was in that show that I noticed. I said, damn. I always loved Chris Rock because he gave so much information during his stand-ups. But during this Dave stand-up is when I said, damn, it feels like Dave is giving me even more information than I typically get from Chris. And that kind of stayed since. Like every time I see him now, it's like an overabundance of information that he just frankly didn't have to share. Like he didn't have to give us this story about his great-granddad.
No.
Right.
How he etched that in there off of a mistake was just like, I'm studying. Oh, I said some shit, but wait, that's not true. It was another black guy, some great-granddad, and this is what happened. It's like, oh, shit, whoa.
Yeah.
That's what
that's why, and Rock.
Man, he's great, man.
Rock is more, and it's not to slight him in this comparison. He's like a purist comic. I think Rock is going to stay in that joke kind of box when I'm up there. Chappelle is kind of the leftist that I'll come up here and just talk for a while.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Chris Rock's brain, he's just such a comedian that he's going to want to make sure there's a punchline or a joke in almost everything that he does, or he'll feel uncomfortable. Just my observation of the two and how their stand-ups have kind of aged throughout the years.
I'm with you on that.
And please believe, the next time Chris Rock touches stage, it's going to be some
it's
shit.
on.
Oh, absolutely.
I think Dave set the for black comedians.
I hope he's writing
I think this set the tone because again, it's showing that it is possible for comedians to still.
No.
What do you mean? No what?
It's not.
No, I'm talking about as far as just being able to perform.
They can't.
What do you mean? You don't think Chris Rock is able to do this right now?
In his own style.
I think,
that's what all of them have their own style, but I'm just talking about this going out the way it went out. I think has given artists and entertainers like a light bulb went off.
Are you talking about the content or the?
Not the content, just the idea of this. Okay, it's like, oh shit!
Well, before this came out, the last time Dave came out, he gave the light bulb, and we saw so many comedians saying, "Damn, he's actually like." Making it okay to do comedy in a time right now because we didn't know how to do it. So I agree with what you're saying. He's gonna inspire and set the tone.
Yeah, that's all. Just light bulb.
Ain't too many gonna be able to follow suit.
Oh no.
And I just do it the right way. Like I was watching whenever Chris Rock was doing his rollout for the Tambourine special. He had said usually when you see a comedian and their special, they've done 50 shows. I've done 150 shows. Like Chris Rock sits for a long time to put together stuff. He's very particular about that. So I don't know if every single comedian can just do this on a whim with their thoughts in their head and just throw it out there. That's why I think Chappelle is special. Which is why, even when he was saying we shouldn't hear from celebrities, I agree. But comedians would be the first people, or at least comedic brains. I mean, not everyone is Chappelle, but comedians observe things differently than an average person.
For sure.
So I don't mind hearing from comedians right away.
Yeah, but the same premise the same rock that Kyrie is standing on, I could throw it to the comedians too. Like most comedians, if you're coming out here,
you better have something to say.
If you're coming out here attempting to do your fucking bit, like just tell some jokes, like if you're not killing shit, then you're a distraction. Get out of here.
And if you're not bringing light to what's going on,
if
and
you're
addressing
not,
this shit, then just stay in the house.
Do you guys think you could do both?
What do you mean?
Dave Chappelle did it.
Happened.
So.
Well, no. I'm saying to more to the degree, as we were saying, we laughed during this, but this was not meant to be a comedy stand-up routine. Can you still do a stand-up where my goal here is to make people laugh, but I will bring light to what's going on?
Yeah, I think
that
there's
a
a lot of
distraction?
comedians that do that.
I don't even think. See, for me, this wasn't. Yeah, I laughed, but it wasn't. I didn't laugh because shit was funny. I laughed because it was true, and I laughed because, again, it's Dave's delivery, it's his tone. It wasn't a punchline. It was like he was giving you a story, and then you kind of laugh like.
I might have cried somewhere in this shit.
It was definitely emotional.
I was in bed in the morning with a little tear. Like
it was definitely emotional. It was definitely emotional, and that's what I'm saying. This wasn't. To me, you can't even call Dave. He's not this is art. This is an artist. This is not like just comedy. You know what I mean? Like we know people that are funny that can't do what he did.
Yeah, he covered laughing, crying, anger in a positive way, inspiration in 27 minutes, and that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, this to me this performance was, this is what I think a lot of people are gonna look back on Dave and say this is the one that put him in a space where it was like, okay, he's no longer a comedian. This is past comedy. This is like, he went somewhere else with this piece.
I really enjoyed it. From the sounds of it, y'all really enjoyed it as well. I'm looking forward to Dave or Chris Rock's next full-length stand-up, and Seinfeld too. I know this is a black conversation right now, but
yeah.
Well, with everything going on and what these two for their entire careers have spoke upon, we need to hear from Chris Rock now. We need to hear from Dave Chappelle now.
Che too.
Yeah, for sure.
And Amanda.
I thought about something when
and Amanda.
Who?
Well, she's hosting the BET Awards.
That's why you got thrown. Come on, don't do that.
True.
Yeah.
You were saying?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter anymore.
Trust me.
Two things really quick. Can we break one? Two, who's really leaving the beginning?
Yes.
I see why y'all don't say anything incriminating at the beginning of this podcast.
What do you mean?
That's when we get the most listeners.
I see why y'all just say, yo, I've been great. Yo, shit been good.
It's a skill.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I see.
It's a skill.
Y'all niggas is fucking pod trained.
We're
Potty trained.
We're potty trained.
Potty trained. Potty trained is mad funny.
We are potty trained.
Anyways, with that said,
What, man?
No, nothing. Rory,
Okay.
Rory was saying anyways to start the next topic, no matter what was happening.
Okay.
I was trying to get us out of there. BET Award nominations, if anyone cares.
Oh, I was revved up for another topic.
Oh, let's get to that one. I didn't think y'all wanted to get that one yet.
No. I like rev me down. I shouldn't be revved up.
Yeah.
Judging by how your ass felt after the weekend.
Enough revving for you, buddy.
She did that on the last day too, like a little going
Sit
away.
you on it. Sit you on your way. Oh,
I thought I was holding something down.
Nah.
She had a trick in the stash. Oh my God.
Well,
Then she did that shit again, but she tried.
all right, man.
But she tried not to put her hand on my spine like before. No, bitch, hold me.
You know how I like it.
Nah.
You know how I like it. Is it?
It was awkward too. I grabbed her. She's like, "All right, what you doing?" No, do it again. Grab me right here.
Don't expose me to something and not give it up that way.
Boy,
Man.
you protect me while you put me through this.
Protect me.
Yeah, I ain't had that shit in a little while. Man, look at Maul though.
We know about Maul's Vegas special.
Oh man.
Because niggas ain't supposed to share shit like that, man. That's why I be clowning
man,
ASAP Rocky too.
Listen, all right. Who's the best female R&B pop artist of the year?
Because he be getting.
Who is the best female R&B pop artist of the year?
You supposed to just hold that one down.
Nah, I ain't even mad at him no more.
I'm trying to get us out of here.
I get it now. Now I want it ASAP too.
You understand now?
Nah. I'm with that nigga.
Holy shit.
Yo, that's cool.
All right, the nominees.
Yeah.
Yes. and your nominees are.
Yeah.
What's happening? The BET Awards, this is their awards, not the hip hop awards, right?
This is just their
BET
awards.
Yeah.
Not the hip hop
I
awards.
don't care.
You want to see the nominees? Best female R&B pop.
I know this was a big one for you, Joe.
Oh, I didn't know that we were that podcast. So
I don't think we
you
are,
guys
too.
are no. Don't try to jump back on my side. You guys are announcing nominations. Go ahead and cook.
I mean, it's the BET
The
Awards.
nominations
What
are.
was the category that really shocked you guys?
I don't even know the categories. I like best group though. I like that.
See, this is when them niggas chime in. Yo, man, Joe Budden pod ain't been hitting like that.
Yeah.
When we start doing.
Are we supposed to shout out some people? Let's shout out some
All right, fine. We'll give them best group.
No, you can't appeal to 2 million people a week and not have some people that feel that way.
I know.
Can't please everybody.
All right, DJ Khaled. I don't care about this, so
Me either.
y'all go ahead and read this shit. I'm not watching this.
They got more.
Actually, I am
I'll
watching
watch
it.
it, yeah.
I'm watching it
You should
because
definitely watch it.
I'm watching it because there's a responsibility.
Yeah, they got to get it right.
Yeah, I'm not watching it for the awards. I don't care who won. I don't care who's nominated. I don't give a fuck about none of that. But y'all have a responsibility, and I expect them to put forth,
I get it.
something that's
Get it right. Just get it right.
yeah.
Just get it right.
That's all. Just
it.
get it right.
Maul pulled some strings. Griselda nominated best group.
I mean, I do what I can while I can. Over here.
That's good. That's good management right there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can do it.
I knew you could do it. Best collaboration.
Look at Griselda in the same category as Chloe and Holly.
I mean, the range
Big.
and City Girls. I know where you're going to be voting, Joe.
They keep sneaking Earth Gang and shit.
What's wrong with Earth Gang?
Nothing. When you take that position, nothing.
When you present it like that.
I'm done.
Good
I'm
defense.
sick of that. Hey, I ain't getting got with that no
Nothing.
more. I ain't getting got with that one no more.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
They
Nothing
change your
at
fucking
all,
tone.
buddy.
Nothing when you present it that way.
They change your tone.
Yeah, no.
Jack Boys. I like that project they put out,
Yeah, that was cool.
even though it's cheating. Jack Boys. It's mad niggas is dope.
So All-Star group.
Yeah, fuck out. Migos. Okay. Hey, no, we not talking about how Migos it's kind of grandfathered. They're grandfathers now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody really talks about it.
That's how fast time flies, and
Like
how many new
don't
acts
feel
come
old?
along. Yeah,
Like really think about we've watched
Versace
these
was
guys
what, 2012 or some shit?
yeah.
somewhere around there.
That's crazy.
1 year in hip hop is like 5 or 6 years in the regular world.
Yeah, so they've been
That
in it
shit
for 8
moves.
years.
Yeah, like it's like dog years and hip hop years. Them
Yeah.
shits is just not the same to the real world.
I don't think I have to tell P or K this. I know y'all are filming everything.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure.
absolutely.
I'm sure too, but I ain't. I hope y'all are filming everything because we're gonna need to see that in a few years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because what they doing, and we don't talk about that often either, because we're blinded just by all this fucking music bullshit I don't care about. But that market share game that they playing and winning at,
Crushing.
oh my god, yeah, they playing by a different set of rules.
Yeah.
Different set of rules. But go ahead, Rory, get your nominations on.
Well, I don't think we're nominated. Oh no, we only get the social awards.
Yeah,
This isn't social.
no.
Damn. Then why are we even talking about this shit?
Right.
You brought it here.
We're going.
It wasn't on
like
my
I said, I'm
list.
only watching just to see if BT gets it right. That's all.
Amanda Seales is hosting.
Shout out to Amanda Seales.
Shout out to Amanda Seales.
Is people going to perform? This is online. How is this working?
That's a good question. I'm not really sure.
Like, are we just going to watch people get awards
Is
online?
this her? Wait, huh? What do you mean? Is this? Oh,
It's virtually. Yeah,
Yeah,
what, you
kicks
think
off
they're going to do
virtually.
it? It's COVID.
Oh no, man!
They just thought the people were going to be inside a theater.
Yeah, they just announced Roots Picnic. That ain't through Zoom.
yeah,
it
it
is.
is. Well,
Excuse
not Zoom,
me.
not Zoom
Yeah. Well, it's
exactly,
something
but their own
online.
live streaming service.
There's no public gatherings, Joe. Like at
You
all.
really thought Roots Picnic was happening?
There's none of that happening.
I did.
No.
Yeah, no.
I didn't see on the flyer where it said this is a virtual meetup.
It says
Well, they
it
canceled it
right there.
prior.
virtual
Well, not canceled it,
experience.
but postponed it.
Oh, I missed that. They should probably make that bolder.
Yeah, virtual experience right there.
Well,
Joe.
it's kind of obvious now that everyone knows if we're going to do a festival, it'll be visually. And they snuck Earth Gang on the on the performances,
Best new group.
fresh
You
off
see
the
it?
BET nomination.
Oh,
See
okay.
it?
All right. Okay.
They're doing it with Michelle.
Listen, I'm
That's-
sure.
that's- that's
I'm
dope.
I'm
Tom Hanks will be there.
Will his son be there?
Well, I don't
People
see
are-
any dance hall in here, so they'll probably need him to balance out.
I thought that the lineup looked weird, but I guess now it makes sense over Zoom or
Yeah,
a virtual
Well,
experience.
Palooza was originally on it, but you know how that goes.
I'll drink some Douce.
Were y'all
Yeah, on the original one that was supposed to be this year.
distance themselves
I think they may have distanced themselves. I don't know what we would have done online.
after this nigga got a girl? Now they want.
They thought that cleaned it up.
Yeah.
he did. He thought that was the cleanup.
Oh, Snow Allegra though. So I gotta check that.
Oh,
What
yeah,
time's
no,
that
no.
Zoom?
Yeah.
What time's that Zoom?
I'll zoom in for
and
that.
her.
I'll zoom in for that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
zooming
Oh,
for
it's
that.
soon.
I'll
Sunday,
pop a pill
Sunday,
for
June
that.
June 27th. That's
Got it
Yeah,
right.
it's coming up.
I'll pop the 4-day pill.
To watch
For a performance.
popping a pill for a Zoom. Sicko.
Listen.
Listen.
I mean, if it's within the 4-day window,
I'm here. What were we talking about before this Roots Picnic? We were actually,
BT
BET
Awards
Awards.
being virtual as well.
Yeah, everything's virtual.
But now, all right. So now that makes me view the Amanda Seales hosting thing differently.
Why?
Because I thought that would have been really dope if right after she came off of her show and did the whole announcement, the reel and all that, that BET is booking her to actually host the awards that people are coming to and giving her the stage and the spotlight to showcase her talents.
Okay, we would have to see how they do it with this. I'm assuming this is going to be on YouTube. So we'll see. We'll see how they set it up.
They have a lot of performers. Alicia Keys, Chloe and Haley, The Baby, D Smoke, Jennifer Hudson, John Legend, Jonathan McReynolds, Kane Brown, Lil Wayne, Meg Thee Stallion, Roddy Ricch, Sir, Summer Walker, Usher, and Wayne Brady. Thank God Wayne Brady is performing.
Interesting.
I ain't gonna lie, the managers and the publicists and the A&Rs and the executives and the people that work really close with some of these artists had to do some convincing for this one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
You ain't just go up to Summer Walker and say, "Hey, zoom into the awards at 6:30," and she was just down. Nah.
Yeah, she knows she wasn't.
Nah,
with that
not
shit.
at all. Tell me more.
Actually, she might have been because
Nah.
she likes to sing. She likes to. She loves.
I think
being
it's-
an artist.
I think it's
looks
easier-
she looks like a tell me more type of person.
Oh no, for sure.
She don't look like she just
For
riding.
sure, tell me more. But once they said you don't have to leave the house, she probably was all in.
Listen,
I think more for people like Usher, where you got to
these.
perform for real.
I'm gonna read these names and tell you who I think is a tell me more person, or who has just worked their way out of that, and you can't come to them with some bullshit. Alicia Keys, yes, she's worked her way out of that. You can't just come to her with anything.
No.
Chloe and Haley, am I pronouncing that wrong? I don't know.
Chloe and Haley.
They're new, and that's Beyonce, so
Right.
you know the vibes. The baby, he's a tell me more type of person, but he's also in that run and has been on that run for years, so he's supposed to be there. D Smoke, all right, they're giving me some D Smoke. I like D Smoke. D Smoke should take this. Awesome. Jennifer Hudson, she would take it. Yeah, they ain't got too many to tell me more people up here.
Yeah.
John Legend, Jonathan McReynolds.
Lil Wayne is a tell me more person.
Yeah, Kane Brown Lewin.
No, I think Lil Wayne is. I'm not even bringing shit to him until I got everything right, and
Yeah.
then he's still gonna tell me no.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most of these managers that manage these type of artists kind of know what type of time it is with their client. Like, we got to be at a certain point to even me bring this to your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake leads this year's pool with 6. I don't care about this shit. I don't care.
I could see I think selling this to rappers with this virtual shit is much harder than singers. I think a singer can sit there with a guitar or a band and have a cool performance on a seat. Like, just rapping into a camera to me would be really awkward. I don't know if I'd rush to do that.
Yeah.
It just depends on how they do it though, because some of these people they may have access to, like the rehearsal studios where they set up for performance and stuff like that. So
Some of these concerts that I won't say old heads and be disrespectful, but some of the older R&B acts, some of the concerts they've been putting on during the pandemic, like through Instagram and all that shit. Like I saw Carl Thomas put on a heck of a show in his living room for the Emotion anniversary. Who else did I see?
PJ Morton's been doing a great job from his live with his setup. He's been doing a bunch of concerts from his in-house studio.
Lecrae.
Lecrae has been
Don't do
crushing
that.
it with the
Don't do
content.
that. Don't do that.
No, he's killing you with the pull-ups. He just did a wild pull-up. He pulled up with a priest that said slavery was a blessing. Top that with Meg the Stallion, Joe.
He was supposed to snuff him. He should have snuffed him. Hey, Scream Man, you don't have to pull this up. We're not going to discuss this.
you can get that out of there.
Listen, this weekend, big battle this weekend. Big battle's a bike.
It's not a battle. It's a Juneteenth celebration.
New celebration.
Yeah.
Yes.
New celebration,
New celebration.
is bike. Juneteenth.
Yes.
Alicia Keys. John Legend. 8 p.m.
Battle of the
Eastern
Pianos.
Time.
Yes.
The Battle of Keys. Who will win?
Alicia.
Probably the person with keys in their name.
or who's married to the guy who owns this.
You think it's rigged?
For sure.
Not saying that, just saying John should check whatever equipment they send out before
Do a
they
thorough
do
sound
the
check.
Doing some shaky
Is it,
cables in there?
is it a coincidence that they made the rule you have to use our equipment right for this battle?
I think you're on to something, Rory.
Yeah. Rory's gonna uncover
All right.
the
I
tough
love,
topics.
I love John Legend, but this is going to be a smoking.
Yeah, we all love John Legend, but
I love John
This is
Legend
gonna be
and
what-
his wife. I love both of them.
It's not a battle. We're gonna celebrate together as a
All
family.
right, she's going to celebrate much better.
Okay. I'll take that.
One of them will be celebrated more.
One of them will be celebrating the victory. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, look how Alicia just gonna roll out the bed and go do something like.
Yeah, she's gonna have a scarf.
She's not even going to be there. Swizz just going to play her records from the living room.
Now, I also want to say I've been wrong in every pick I've made. I've been wrong in all of them. Most of them I've been wrong in. This one,
I wonder if they're actually like playing and singing live or if they're playing their records. Because that does make a difference.
well, hold on, don't do that, Rory. Don't do that. Turn it off because I see what you're trying to do. Don't do that.
I'm just trying to
But
say what's
don't.
going to happen.
But don't do that. let's put some better structure to this for our audience of millions. I will be John, and I will sing some of John's hits. And I know I can't sing them, but I think the effect that my voice will have singing them, followed by an Alicia Keys track, I think it's gonna be similar. What you want? What you want?
Well, who goes first?
Me. Me.
All right.
You know, John just snatched the coin out the air. was feeling himself.
Get right to it.
I'm gonna go first. All right, what you think John is giving him first? Come on.
First? Something probably off Get Lifted. What's the Talib sample? The Used to Love You joint. Do you know that one?
Yeah, I don't like that song.
Puffy, Jay-Z. But all I can give you is love. You'd probably be better off with them.
What's the chorus to that one again?
I think it's Puffy, Jay-Z, would all be better with you because all I could do is love you. That was a good record.
Play it. I got you. This is a point for Alicia.
I was great to say, you don't even know the record.
You gotta say play it. It's
Nah, this was a joint.
No. I know this song.
This was a joint.
All right, so all right, here we go. Hey, all right, so come on, give me some beat, nigga. Hey, you know I'm sorry, baby. You know me. I really need you. I am getting smoked by Alicia. All I can do is love you. Yeah, ooh, all right. That's enough. We don't need to keep rocking. All right.
Sound like Barry Manilow.
Puffy and Jay-Z.
Would all be better for you. No shit.
You can't bring out the haymaker first.
Yeah,
We're not doing 20 parts.
Look at Rory doing.
I'm trying to just
You're
give
right.
us the main hits.
This is a celebration. It's not a battle.
You're right.
I'm celebrating this song more. And I fuck with John.
I wonder if
yeah,
he's
cut
doing it
this off.
live,
Don't
though,
do
because
that. Don't
John
do
has a really good live
I can see
singing
him.
voice.
He's done live shits during COVID too.
Yeah.
That have been really
That will make a difference. It will make a little difference.
Parks and Rory. If
Wait.
John,
Alicia's okay at performing
but-
live.
No, she performs very well as well.
if John performs everything live in front of the new power generation with a guest spot from Common,
Well, that's
Common's gonna be
happening
there.
regardless.
Common is popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
with Jennifer Hudson backgrounds, his day will be long. I don't care what he's doing.
Okay, but what if
Chrissy
Alicia
Teigen
Keys?
could shoot a commercial during this battle to air.
All right, that sounds good and all. What if Alicia Keys brings out Cassidy to do the No One remix?
Now you talking.
What's John gonna do then?
No one has heard that.
You guys haven't heard the Cassidy remix to No One?
Then John got to bring out Disaster.
What kind of bars Cassidy gave him over?
Rory's so slow when he got to the shit. Look at this guy. Hey,
You trying to find it?
nigga, play something. Oh shit!
Nah, it's the shit right here.
He wasn't ready.
You got Fat Man Scoop on the beginning?
What happens when Cassidy come out on the verses?
This is crazy.
Is this Webstar
Probably.
and Ron Browse?
She better not play this.
Wait.
We're off to a good start.
Wait.
Feminine in my adrenaline.
Wait a minute.
No. I have to
Wait
make
a
sure
minute.
y'all have never heard the Cassidy No One remix.
No.
I probably
It's
heard
quite
it.
possibly the
Wait.
funniest
Probably
shit.
unheard it at the same
Wait,
time. I
what
don't know.
did he just say?
Feminine my adrenaline.
Yeah.
Baby, you so feminine, my adrenaline.
Nah, we going somewhere.
He took
Nigga,
that. He took that pill from your pops.
I would hope she's feminine. What the hell is he talking about?
Well, why would that matter?
Just play the song, Rory. Oh, you rewinded it?
Huh?
Play a drop because they might take this down.
No, don't play my drop, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude, he left bad beat.
Look at Rory trying to let it
I
ride.
heard it, but I unheard it at the same time.
That was the official.
I unheard that shit as soon as the J Hood version came out. Hey, I never went back to the cast version.
Well, how you
I gotta
started
find
it?
out if that's real.
No, you don't. Oh, the J Hood version? No, I'm joking.
It might be real.
I'm sure it is.
A lot
Left a lot of beat at the
of
beginning.
people rapped on that shit.
Listen, what's the
There
score?
doesn't appear to be one.
Give me your score on John Legend and Alicia Keys.
Are they celebrating 20 records?
Yes.
I think Alicia's gonna celebrate 12 to John's 8 celebrations.
I'm bad at math, so I'll just go off what I think John will. I got John getting 4.
I got John at 5, personally. Yeah.
Yo, you hear these guys? They got John at 4 and 5.
Yeah.
No, I think 12.
What, you got a sweep?
12-8.
16 to 4 is nuts. 15 to 5 is nuts.
Yeah, 8. I'll give it 8.
That would be the worst smacking in the history of verses.
Yeah.
It's not a battle. It's a
The
celebration.
The worst celebration.
That would
That's
not
the
be a good
worst
celebration.
That would be the most uncelebrated celebration.
But I'm not using my bias in here because there'll be records that I like more of John's than hers. But I know what will be the bigger and better record in
Alicia
in
has-
a celebration battle.
Alicia has a lot of really big hits.
Do y'all think they're gonna be together in the same
That's a good
room?
question. And I wonder if they're going
I
to be
don't know.
like playing and singing.
I'm
think-
sure
oh,
they
for
both
sure.
will be.
This is definitely going to be the
Piano.
biggest production.
This first 9 records I'm reading from Alicia is 9 zip.
Yeah.
Oh, so 16-4 don't sound so bad
Right.
now, right?
No, John.
I'm not never putting a score of that because these are all legends that do this shit. So you give them the legend card where even when they get mopped, we don't
So
say
I said
it.
12-8.
We don't say it when they get mopped. Like, oh, nah, they got round 5, but you know they ain't really get 5.
Keep it
Well,
real.
we got to give them one.
What Alicia gonna do when he plays that record that was in all the Kevin Hart movies?
She'll play Falling.
Clean that one up.
Green light?
No, not green light. And don't do that.
Baby, I saw you. You're right over there. The mood is real crispy. Can feel it in the air.
Let me give you some beat.
Hey, yo.
You got the green light, bro.
Maul, you got 3 stacks verse?
Oh, no, you can't play on this. 3 stacks was on this.
Exactly.
This record was hard.
This is my shit, though.
I love this record.
This is my shit. But Alicia better be in a good mood when this comes on. She better just feel like, you know what, I enjoy that, so let that rock.
Give him a B-side.
Yeah. I'm giving this Cassidy remix.
It's live though.
Hey, I'm gonna give you girls on fire for this one. I'm leaving the chat when Girl on Fire comes on.
Absolutely.
I'm out.
Mute.
Somebody text me when it's
Strong
over.
mute.
It's not your shit?
No. The label worked that record for 5 years. You remember she sung that record at 5 award shows.
That shit is still in
No,
commercials
they
now.
didn't let that one go.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Dre came out and reintroduced his muscles to us,
I remember that.
and she did that record. And then he sold the headphones for $1 billion, and she was still doing that record. I was like, all right, this was a long time ago that this song came out.
2012.
Oh, man, yo, I love this decade for music. For all the complaining that some of us old heads did during this decade,
There's a lot of good
No,
music.
this is a good
this is one of my favorite decades.
The decade before was a little shaky, but this decade was solid.
Yeah, it was a lot
The
of
decade before that was shady, as much as it pains me to admit that because I was a part of that decade. But 2000 to 2005, I stand by.
No, that was nice.
That second
was nice.
half of the
Second
decade,
half was
it was
shaky.
just we was selling ringtones.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
Yeah,
what we
a lot of
five.
snapping.
Yeah, it was a lot of snapping. We didn't
05
know.
to 09, because 09 it is like when blog rap started to come.
Yeah.
And it was a little better.
Sure.
But yeah, 05 to 09 was rough.
But this decade was
My high
good
school
top to
my high
bottom,
school
pretty
dances
much.
were not. It was a lot of snapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that a lot. Drake, I know Drake and Cole and Kendrick are all kings and amazing, but boy, they had an
Saved us.
easy entrance.
Oh, yeah. They saved us.
It was
too,
a
though.
rebirth.
No, they saved our ass.
Yeah, it was a rebirth.
Well, I mean, at the same time, Kanye, Jay, Wayne, T.I., that era was still very popular. Like, they were still number one.
Yeah.
It wasn't that easy. But I mean, then they went on to get a little older and not focus on music as much while they were. But it wasn't the easiest.
T.I. and Wayne was old in 09.
But they were still really big.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So was Kanye. And Hove when he wanted to be. Blueprint 3 was a big album.
What do you give me, the Swagger Like Us lineup?
I am. that never hit stunk though.
Wait, you didn't like Swagger Like Us?
It aged horribly. Go listen to it now. I loved it when it came out. Go listen to it now. It's a bad record. For the four of them, for the four of them,
prove your point.
I'm not standing by that.
I'm not playing it though personally. I do agree with him on that.
For the four of them, I'm using
aged
that
horribly.
That standard of them four. Yes, they should have done something so much better than this record.
I'm happy.
I like the MIA flip.
I'm old and
No, the hook
whack.
is great. I don't really like the drums that much on their verses. The flip of the MIA
Turn it down a little bit. Still not letting Hove off the hook for Hove.
Dippin' Rovers.
Hey,
I hated that.
different rovers. Hey,
I hated that.
hey. This shit still sound hard to me. I don't know. Now, you about to talk about when they come in and rapping.
Producers were playing with weird sounds.
They were doing
back then.
the Middle Eastern sound.
Yeah.
Who set this
heavy.
off? Wayne?
No,
Kanye.
Mr. West.
Hey, pause this. Pause this.
It is T.I. song.
Yes, T.I. So who was downing? Wait.
Yeah.
It's on Paper Trail.
Whoever didn't know that is fired. Who is that? That was you?
Well, Savon was young, so he gets a pass on that.
Then shut the fuck up then when we talking about old nigga
was
shit.
younger. He was
Yo,
younger.
what album was that again? Ready to Die? No, this is a T.I. album. Yo, Kanye sure had to prove himself on songs with Griggs.
Yeah.
He did.
And he did.
No, he did.
He showed up.
We did.
He definitely showed up.
He did. Go ahead, Rory.
Bro, this was not...
The auto-tune rap. That was not
my take aged horribly. Y'all just the pilgrims?
in auto-tune.
All right, come on, turn this off, man. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. The auto-tune rap did not appeal. Like, without being melodic, they were just straight rapping through the auto-tune.
Yeah.
That did not age well.
Oh,
I hated that.
different rovers, sipping soda.
I hated that.
What was he sipping?
Sipping soda.
Well, go to let's find out.
Let's get the whole shit.
Yeah, go to the
Hove
whole
went
shit,
last,
man.
right?
Oh, I thought Hove killed this, by the way.
No, he did.
Checking my. I always, pause this. I'm the guy that worked on.
Let me get a girl to say some sexy voice shit.
And now anytime that he said, and the nigga said, yes. It's like, oh, they said yes. I thought he smoked anytime he said that. Go ahead, Rory.
Oh.
See?
Yeah, he was.
He didn't say
was
sip.
Nah, he was sipping. Turn
he
it
was
off,
baking,
Rory.
whipping with the
No,
soda.
he was. He was
he was
drinking
sipping
a
the soda.
He was
Fanta.
creating crack.
Hey, a grown man sipping Fanta.
Yo, y'all keep trying to hold Hove to these drug dealer. Stop
we
it.
just heard what he said.
He's a businessman.
Whipping the soda. Whipping with the soda.
He was about to
Sipping soda,
invest.
Mo.
sipping soda.
That's what you do in different rovers.
With a can and a straw.
You think he was in a rover whipping crack?
No, you're right.
Yes,
Right. Yeah, at the light.
That's
yeah.
the problem.
Crack in the
That's the
rover.
problem. What
Right.
white people think.
that's true.
Right,
Yeah,
see?
That is
true.
the problem.
You are right. You are
Surprised
right.
you even still spewing some of that.
That's crazy. Spewing some of that.
I'm surprised you're still spewing.
This nigga will not give me an air horn when I say something.
I got you, buddy.
Can I have the fucking spear horn? Jesus.
Nah, they killed Maul for too long for being MAGA. I had to take over.
All right. All right. I pick Alicia too. We say all that
It's a safe bet.
to say that. And I don't
think it'll be
that-
a good set in celebration, though.
What's T.I.'s best song?
Ever?
That's a really good question.
That's a very tough question. Because
His best song or biggest song?
I don't
Yeah, that's-
ever care about his biggest song.
Oh no,
but he's got some big songs that were great songs.
My pick for his best song probably is one of his biggest songs, which is what's my shit I love? Not You Don't Know Me. What you know about that? What you know about that is my favorite T.I. record. And I'm sure
really
if I
deny
have to name 150 hip hop records, that's somewhere in 75.
It's up there.
It's a great construction of a record. A great creation of a record if you
What
listen
song
to
is
it that
they
way.
said?
And that kind of introduced new South shit.
What you know about that? I love that beat. I love everything about that song. All right, what else is important? We do have important shit to get to. Come on. We got Alicia Keys winning. Rory says that Swagger Like Us aged horribly.
Yeah,
Don't spew that hatred again
Stand by that.
about black classics.
They trying to take them from us.
Fucking Rory.
I was looking for the white version. I thought maybe like M, Macklemore, MC Search, Logic.
What song was that?
No, I'm
You
trying
take
to
some big and some
Oh.
park and you mix them up in a pot.
My nigga, listen. First of all, don't ever look at me and say no shit like that again in your life. Like,
What? I'm giving you the line.
don't look at
loves
me.
that.
But he said,
But don't look at me. Don't look at me and say that though.
All right, let me
fam.
look at Rory. Let me look at Rory.
The fuck is wrong with you, man?
Ask if you feel me.
The fuck
You
is
take
wrong
some
with
big
you?
and some park and you
know,
mix
I
them up
heard
in
you, I
the
heard
pot.
you, I heard
Sprinkle
you.
a little Big L inside. What the fuck do you got? Got the greatest abomination that you seen on the spot. A juggernaut of this rap shit. Rory, what? I'm going to smoke.
That's funny shit.
But why is that funny and I'm just rapping?
I'm just laughing at the way you looked at me and said that bar. Like, what the fuck is
Rory
wrong
is
with you?
pink. Just because I'm rapping the lyrics.
Oh, that was funny the way M said that shit.
But if you sprinkle Big L inside,
Yeah,
then
but-
honestly, what the fuck do you got?
Yeah, what do you got? You right.
M, apparently.
You got the
You
illest
got
and
the
biggest.
greatest abomination that you've seen in the spot. A juggernaut of this rap shit. Like it or not.
Yeah.
Did he lie?
Shady Records was 80 seconds away from the towers.
It also wasn't.
And they did not mean to hit your building.
Instead.
Oh, look at me hating because I'm not one of the greatest rappers from them.
Yeah, true.
I'm smoking. All right, a story came across my board while I was getting my ass ate out in Miami.
What? Why were you on your phone?
I didn't know what else to do.
I felt weird about it, so I just tried to.
she was coddling me. I was coddling the phone. I'm going to hold something too, damn it.
What?
Listen,
All right, go ahead.
just forget about the
Okay.
ass eating part.
Okay.
And I don't, much like every story that I talk about here, I don't have all the details. Partly because I try to stay away from some of the details to these really disturbing stories, and this happens to be one of them. With unemployment at an all-time high, people are doing wild shit. They're spinning the wheel, pyramid schemes bike.
Yeah.
I seen Averb the other day tweet it was his birthday and tweeted his Cash App name out, and I was gonna hit him and stop him like, hey, I think that's just for the girls.
Nah, don't say that because
Can we do that?
We thought OnlyFans was just for the girls. And Safari called and y'all had to,
Then
you
you
know, he let
subscribe.
you know what was coming, and you was like, all right, cool. I'll be looking forward to it.
Looking forward to the drop.
These are your words, not mine.
I just am announcing to the room that today is the day it can happen. So I don't like where you going from my
I'm just
ass eating
saying,
convo
we can't-
to Safari to he
Things
told
that-
me the rules.
Nah, things that we thought were just for the women obviously are not.
But Safari's an exempt too. He's a different case
Why is he a different case?
because he's Jamaican.
They're gonna
mean?
shoot you. They are gonna shoot you.
I wasn't trying to be offensive.
What is that? Never mind. So now,
No. That's how I get killed. No, now I will explain myself.
Okay,
There's
explain.
a culture. There's a culture
Yes,
there. So when
Jamaican-
Safari get to pop locking,
Yeah.
it look weird to us. But That's culture.
He's not pop locking on
when
OnlyFans.
Safari get to fucking whacking his shit on OnlyFans.
That's Jamaican culture.
That's not Jamaican culture.
No, that's getting money in a quarantine pandemic when all the production teams and reality shows are shut down. You got to know what people are doing and why, and that leads me to this next topic that I'm not
When
sure.
it's your birthday, your Cash App will be open.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I'm not. I won't do that.
I don't like that.
I don't
That's
encourage
weird.
I don't like it
other
either.
men to do that.
Yeah.
The most I've ever made by giving my Cash App out on a public platform was probably $300. That was when we did that shit here.
Oh, the fake ad?
Yeah, and they sent me $300. I was super grateful for it. Sometimes I still get $5 a week from that.
Yeah, me too.
Niggas be asking me for $5.
I appreciate that.
No, yeah.
Yeah, they
I
do
was
that.
going to say,
That
they
was
send
actually
you
what
money.
happened a lot.
All I get in my Cash App is requests and like sob stories.
Yeah.
Yo, do y'all know that Cash Apping a girl money is like a big issue if you're in a relationship?
Yes.
I've seen it on the timeline a little bit.
Joe, talking
I'm
to
well
a
aware.
girl is a big issue if you're in a relationship.
No, not even talking to a girl you don't know, but she suspects you know is a big deal.
Giving a woman money, yes.
Knowing a girl.
Yeah. Acknowledging
How-
other women
yo, how
exist
long you
and
know your
live on
mom
the
like
planet.
that?
Yeah. Like how long you and your mom been cool? Like that's the issue.
You have those girls too that are like mad that you're that close to your mom.
Absolutely. 1,000%.
You've never gotten that?
No, that's weird.
You were
I would run away
No,
from
I've
that.
never gotten that, but I know I've seen it exist, and I've heard from friends that they've had issues with that.
They
It's
exist.
never happened
I
to
would
me.
run away
Yeah,
from
they're
that.
out there. Women like that are out there.
Yeah, the woman.
Trying to
that-
split up a dude and his mom is sick. That's some
It
sick
happens.
shit.
Especially men that have money. It happens. Trust
That's
me.
some sicko
Yeah,
shit.
no, I'm with Parks. That's some sicko shit.
Oh, it is.
Much easier to split a girl from her mom.
I didn't want to laugh at that. But you're right. You're right.
Unless you're Rick Ross.
You don't want to laugh at that?
Rap about.
How could you falter when you the rock of your...
Fam. We got it.
He had a point though, no?
We got it. We understand.
I had to get off the boat.
I know.
He had, so we could walk on water.
I get it.
You're rapping? Yeah, come on, let's just go.
Just the concept of rap.
When you just break down what rap it is,
That's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
That's third on my list behind Maul's timeline.
Yeah.
Olivia Benson, just rapping rappers.
Yeah,
raps.
breaking down lyrics,
It's awesome. To backtrack real quick to that BET convo that none of us really cared about. I did care about Uzi feeling like he was snubbed. That was important to me. Only because he's super talented.
Yes.
He's a rock star.
Yeah, huge
he's
records.
niche. 2 records.
2 albums. That-
2 albums, released back to back, both did numbers. Seems to do whatever the fuck he wants to do in music.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah.
There's a lot that Uzi embodies that I really, really appreciate. So when he starts feeling like he was snubbed after just doing some monumental shit, I pay attention to it. And he tweeted, maybe it's because I play by my own set of rules. I understand that.
Yeah.
That could hinder you. What would somebody like Uzi have to do to be acknowledged by? Because Uzi's Rock Nation, no?
Yeah.
Yes. Management.
Uzi has whatever
He has connections.
teams in place.
I think he's Atlantic label-wise and management. He's rock.
There are a lot of artists that do whatever they want and they don't really get acknowledged by the powers that be, Grammys, BET Awards, whatever.
But it seemed
There's
like
some
this
artists-
year they attempted to acknowledge people that they maybe wouldn't normally acknowledge.
yeah, Grammys changed a lot of their little category names and stuff like that. It was a little interesting, but it was mostly lip service, I think. But some of it made sense, like the melodic rap being a category instead of rapper, sung, collabo, whatever. At least that seems to open the door for more current shit. 'Cause there's a lot of melodic rappers that maybe wouldn't qualify or something for regular rap. I don't know exactly what their thought process was there. But,
I think
Some
Uzi
artists
is
are just award show friendly.
yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say. I think Uzi is he doesn't play the quote unquote game like a lot of these other artists do.
yeah.
I think that he's in his own world. He moves on his own accord, and he does what he wants. And sometimes that turns people off.
Yeah, that's where the mistake is. Uzi don't have to play whatever game they play. Award shows play a game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it would behoove them to highlight Uzi for the game that they want to play.
Right.
Yeah.
He don't have to do shit.
No.
But if y'all are trying to attract a certain demo, which every year award shows try to do, they put all the Instagram influencers on and try to get digital and all this bullshit. It seemed like they would hire him for something.
Yeah, I mean,
even if it was
to
to
a-
sit there.
Yeah.
Like the same way they used to make the big megastars come and just sit there, and then the megastar said, if we're not nominated, we're not sitting there. We know the game, and then they stopped, and so on and so on.
And then also too, don't nominate me 15 times and not
For
win
me not to
one.
win.
Word.
I'm cool.
Yeah, to pan the camera at me every time I don't
lose.
win. Don't Susan Lucci me.
Right.
Don't
Yeah.
Susan Lucci me.
But even we were having a conversation a long time ago about when artists have to used to like kind of schmooze in the building to get to know each department, and they'll work harder for you if you show them that you pretend to like them, and you have to go in and meet people. That's to some degree a lot with award show companies and the nomination boards and things of that nature. You kind of gotta get to know them because they're human, and humans like to be liked.
Right.
So Uzi, who's made it very clear that he does not give a fuck to play that type of game, I could see him not being nominated and shit.
Gucci said he's leaving Atlantic Records the end of the month, and they're the most polite racists he's ever seen.
Yeah, I read that.
Wow.
React.
He'll be fine.
Um,
He'll probably make more money independent than
Yeah,
he
but
would.
Gucci said, I'm
Gucci
not
doesn't
mad
need
at
to be
him.
on a major.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was on a major, honestly.
Well,
yeah,
according to his
I didn't know
Twitter.
that either.
Yeah.
Until
I
he
thought he
tweeted
was
that.
in-
I didn't know he was on Atlantic.
All right, I just want to point out that from the start of Gucci Mane's career, he has been a label darling
I didn't realize that.
in that system.
I guess maybe the perception that he put so many people on made me think that he was independent.
Got it. No,
And his releases never felt like major
Yeah.
releases to me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, Gucci was on Asylum, and Asylum
Okay.
was being worked through.
Yeah, I don't know his history
Atlantic.
label-wise.
Pretty Girl. I don't know if that was the name of the song, but that
That
was the
was
first
a-
song
that was a
I
Wale
loved
record.
from Gucci. She's a very get it from mama. That's a Wale record.
No, you're thinking of Freaky Girl.
Freaky Girl. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, that was an Asylum release.
Lemonade, I
Joey
think,
IE.
must have been around that era too, which was made some.
So that's
label radio
that's the only
noise.
reason it's interesting to me is because Gucci worked his way up in that system.
Yeah.
So to now call out that system, I don't have any more information about it, and he didn't lend any, so there's nothing for me to say. But I just thought it was interesting.
And yeah, I'm with Parks. I always thought with the 1017 thing he was doing, like
Yeah.
I figured the way he was moving, it didn't seem like a major label.
He put so many rappers and producers from Atlanta on,
Yeah.
or came
Yeah,
up
no.
under his wing at least to some degree, that I thought that he was been independent.
He's kind of his own subgenre.
He'll be absolutely fine by himself.
Much better.
And I
think.
applaud him for going indie if he chooses to go that route.
He had some interesting tweets he got off too.
Well, he's always had interesting.
He was hacked.
He's always had interesting tweets.
He's ready to hack. He wasn't hacked.
No, he's had some of the greatest tweets of all time. He's in
no.
the Twitter Hall of Fame for sure.
It's true. Who else is there? We don't have to talk about it right now.
You know what? I don't want anyone to bring up anything old. Because that's the Hall of Fame is really older tweets.
That's a fact.
I was embarrassed last week when y'all brought up my Marlon Wayans tweets.
Old tweets
I
are
was
very
embarrassed,
embarrassing.
ashamed,
It's okay. Growth. Shows
disappointed
the
in
growth.
myself.
Yeah,
and-
it shows the growth.
Yeah, but now I see why I'm lowly favored.
You get it now? It's,
Like some of that was me.
Yeah.
Some of that.
Mediumly favored.
Yeah, some of that was me. All right, what else is really important that we have to get to? I know Maul's dying for us to touch on B. Simone some more. I don't know that we're going to do that just yet, Maul.
Yo, Maul, relax. Calm down.
We didn't.
I'm as calm as I can be.
We didn't talk about the. We didn't talk about the Pop Smoke Rowdy record that came out. Probably because we recorded on Thursday.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear it?
I did.
I did.
If you didn't, don't worry. I'm going to play it for you right now.
And a Little Baby record as well.
Yeah, I want
Baby
to talk
Records.
about that too.
Okay.
Hey. I'm not going to play this whole thing, but I am going to play the beginning of it. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke, of course.
Free Rowdy.
Hey. I really, and even when he was alive, I had a difficult time listening to Pop Smoke, as I've expressed on this podcast, because it'll make me feel like stabbing somebody.
Yeah.
This is very aggressive. music.
Best workout music in the world.
Which you need aggressive music. I don't know if you need it at 40 with bad knees, but you do need aggressive music. In his posthumous release, I have an even more difficult time listening to it because of his untimely fate and demise.
Mm-hmm. And also because you could just he had a very unique presence on the record. His tone, his voice, the sound that he was ushering in.
Yeah, but no, I'm not letting you just end it there.
No, it's more
some
to
of
it.
these niggas live that shit.
Yeah, but that's the problem that I have with a lot of these new the younger artists coming in. I don't
Oh,
understand
me too.
how
Now you're talking.
I don't understand.
You didn't
how
have this stance when they stopped traffic, and I brought it to your attention when they hopped out on the highway.
No. It's I just don't understand how a lot of these artists get into so much trouble after they get their deals now, like these younger artists. Like a lot.
Well,
of them,
who's to say that that's new? It's new trouble.
Most of it is new trouble though.
Really?
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of these new artists feel like they have to actually live what they're rapping about.
But a lot of them get signed living what they're rapping
Mm-hmm.
about.
Yo, you get signed from living what you're rapping
Yeah,
about.
but
Once you're signed,
You think you should
that
just
shit-
stop?
Absolutely,
It's not a quick thing to.
Yeah, I don't know if you could just.
It should be.
It should be.
Once you have
It's a
once
tough thing to
once
ask a
you're
kid.
once you're now a product and you're able to take care of your family, take care of yourself, and you should be protected.
I think Duke is a perfect example of that.
What?
Of it not being so easy to stop.
Yeah.
He never did nothing.
It doesn't seem like it was easy to stop. Is all.
No,
I'm
but
saying.
he was built his image was built on that, so he couldn't stop that. It had to look like he was really
Image
actively
built, yes, but actually that's kind of my retort to what you're saying. You could be building an image all day long. If you're broke, you're not stopping yet.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying you should stop once the money starts coming.
Absolutely.
And I'm saying I think that's exactly what Duke tried to do once the money started coming, not when he was still in the process of building his image.
Right.
No,
And I think he had a real difficult time
talking
doing
about
that. Duke.
No, but his situation was totally unique and totally different. He had to be surrounded by people that were still actively living that lifestyle because that was the image he was trying to portray. Like when that shit happened at the Barclays Center, Duke was already making money. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't like before the money came in, but he had to be embedded in that and surrounded by that because that's what he was built on. Was that energy? Was that look? Was that persona? That wasn't anything he was doing himself. He never did anything.
I just
But don't you think the people that actually come
think
from
shit-
that environment
actually, now that
it
I'm-
would take longer because that's actually their friends and the people around them?
As somebody who's been in that situation before, I don't even need to go to Duke. It was hard for me to stop. It was hard for me to stop twice.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
It's not
It
an
has
easy
to-
thing when you're not of that, and when you're not from that. I've been in conversations where you're bringing record label logic to killers, and now you have to have that talk, and it's just it's not the right talk. I've been in a situation where you surrounded by niggas that you feel safe around, and now because they some street niggas, they feel the way that you asked them to go to the store, so now they laying up on you, and you like. But
gets
tricky.
No, it gets tricky. But that's what I'm saying. It has to be a point where you know who you surround yourself with. Like when we see, perfect example, when we see athletes, right? They get stopped, and then they find out they have guns and drugs in their car. You like, why does this athlete that just signed this multi-million-dollar deal? Why is he riding around in a vehicle with drugs and guns?
I think that's a horrible example, and I'll tell you why. We say that when it comes to athletes because they're with an
Anybody from our culture.
But stop. And I won't allow people to just say our culture to me anymore. I need to be specific about who owns what. What is our culture? The NBA, the athletes, we say that about because they're protected by a very global and white organization. Like, so if you're in the league do all types of shit. You know, they do all types of classes for new niggas. They do like artist development is still there, kinda. And when you have that type of talent, they'll go above and beyond to protect you, as we saw some of that in the Aaron Hernandez Netflix doc. In rap, same global white owned, but they not protecting us. They not developing us. They don't really give a fuck about us. In the NBA, no, you got to listen to them. We don't have that in music.
And maybe in
They
that
kind
aspect,
of encourage that behavior.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why
Music.
that's the
But that's-
difference.
but-
when we see athletes and they got guns and all this shit on, you stupid. You're an idiot.
I feel the same way about artists.
Artists, you picked them up from that and groomed them for it.
And you want them to project reality, you know, whatever that may be.
In the,
Whether it
in
is
the
reality
NBA,
or
I
not.
just seen a video yesterday of Ja Morant, allegedly, I don't know if it was Ja Morant, of Ja Morant in a video with some of his hood niggas. One of them pulled the gun out. All of that is familiar to us. And all they were saying was, yo, he's safe. He's safe. He got some niggas that'll light this whole shit up. We know what that's saying. For Ja Morant, he knew to move. Oh, there it is. He knew to move because my white company ain't rolling with this, and they gonna roll with me. Like they'll fuck with me a little bit. So let me move and get my endorsements and all that shit. In rap, no executive is calling you to say, "Hey, stop that."
That's why I said what I said.
But they'll call you when you say something really stupid on Twitter that affects overall business.
But that's why
I
I
can
said-
always tell when the artist said something on their own merit and then got a call from somebody and had to pull it back.
But that's why my first statement was the artist. You, as the artist, you need to remove yourself from that. You need to move differently. You need to not do dumb shit. Don't depend on a label to tell you not to do dumb shit.
If that's all these niggas know, man. It's
Yeah,
hard,
but-
to tell
but-
somebody to not do something and that's
But
all
that's
they
why
know.
I'm saying what I'm saying, because somebody needs to tell them. Somebody needs to
yeah.
say it. Somebody needs to say, yo, why are y'all getting in more trouble after y'all get the deal? Like, you went your whole life and you painted these stories off of your environment and your experiences and what you've been through, which now has gotten you to a point where somebody has invested in you, invested in your stories, and wants to pay you a lot of money to now put your art out into the world. But don't keep doing that dumb shit, because now you're going to fuck everything up. And if you fucked up, everybody behind you is fucked up because you the one that made it out.
Well, I don't think any of y'all in here could name me the clean-cut kid that didn't have metrics and data on his side that got a deal and got people to invest and believe in him and progress his career. I can't think of it. The only one that come to my mind is Russ, and they didn't help him. They didn't help him at all. He's from that SoundCloud. This whole last decade is niggas making themselves on whatever they're using. SoundCloud, TikTok. But as far as somebody finding talent, believing in you, and pumping a whole bunch of money, if you're not a chick that went and got the chick package, niggas ain't doing that no more. Like, who you gonna name? Logic was on tour. Logic had data. Give me the kid that was just a clean-cut kid that had no data on his side, that a label or somebody said, we're gonna do this. I don't see it. I think a certain kid is targeted.
Drake.
Oh, no, that's a fact.
Drake is
Drake has
Jewish.
data.
That's a fact.
Drake didn't have much data.
He was Jewish on TV.
He had three mixtapes
And
and a TV show.
That's
He
safe.
had, he, had
data.
a, he had a mixtape and a half. No one listened to Room for
He
Improvement.
was Jewish on TV with Wayne. That's gonna win. All the shit he did on his own made him this. But those three things, he could have snuck a year career out.
Yeah.
Everyone passed on him, and Wayne and Jay Prince's son thought he was talented and invested in him, threw him in Houston, and made So Far Gone. So while that sounds true, it's just not.
And you know what? Let me interrupt you there. I'm not. I know that that's a lot of rappers' story. Everybody passed on me. I don't believe it. I don't believe
a lot of people passed on Drake. That's a
Let me
fact.
finish my point. I do not believe that everybody passed on So Far Gone Drake. I don't.
He was signed already.
I do not believe that he was shopping any music from that era before he was signed and was just being refused at every turn. I don't believe that. I don't think he approached Sylvia with that music, his legendary meeting he liked to talk about. I think he was shopping comeback season shit or whatever music he had. All right, then you wasn't as dope as you fucking eventually, went on to be.
We're saying the same thing then. I'm saying there was no data. He had comeback season, and two people, one of course was Lil Wayne, which means a lot, thought he was talented. It wasn't because of a data thing. He was a clean-cut kid that they thought his music was dope, threw him in Houston, and made So Far Gone.
I was just adding to your point, separate from my point of don't believe all these rappers when they say I got passed on by everybody.
Oh, I mean, listen, Kanye too, when he says, "I play them Jesus
Kanye,
walks."
we can believe.
They didn't
Kanye
sign
got
me.
passed on by a lot.
Kanye, we
No,
can
no,
believe.
no. I know that.
We've heard
but
stories.
if you heard the Jesus Walks demo that's on the internet, on YouTube somewhere, it didn't sound like the Jesus Walk we heard. So when he said that line, "I played him Jesus Walks," they ain't signed me.
Joe passed on Kanye.
That's a fact. I didn't know
No,
that.
he did. No, he did at a show or something like that. Yeah.
No, it's true.
But yeah, he wasn't as good is what I'm saying. So there's a lot of times rappers give that bar off, and it's like, well, I heard you when you were trash.
Yeah.
And it's not that I was passing on Kanye.
Well, what was his pitch?
No.
They were just doing a show together or something.
No, we weren't even doing a show together. I had a show in South Jersey somewhere. It was one of Elvia's clubs in South Jersey. And I had to perform, and this was like at the height of Pump It Up.
Okay.
So I was super, super late for this performance in Jersey, my hometown. So when I walked in, it's a sold-out crowd, like Aggie, because I'm late. They chanting my name, mad shit. I should have been on 40 minutes ago, and I wasn't. So
that's not bad by
so
rap,
I'm looking
rap time.
I'm looking to run in, just get something to drink, and hit the stage. I go to my dressing room or somewhere in there, and Kanye is there, and he says, "Yo, do you mind if I could rock just before you go out?"
Yeah.
I said, "Nigga, no."
Were you aware?
No.
Were you aware of who he was at all?
He was Kanye.
Producer Kanye.
Producer Kanye.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
this was Dynasty Kanye or Blueprint Kanye?
It didn't matter what Kanye it was. I'm here to do a service, and this crowd is Aggie,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't even do that to you.
I'm just asking what time frame
I
it
wouldn't
was.
even do that to you right now.
Yeah.
The crowd is screaming Joe, and you don't have a record anybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
This just isn't a great idea.
I understand that for sure.
Yeah, I'm
Like
not sure.
I'm doing a favor for you.
Yeah, I'm not sure that went over so well with him. But
Did you guys ever talk about it again?
no.
Okay.
There was no need to. Listen, once you ascend the way he did, you don't need to refer to anything that happened before. Niggas just know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we don't have
You
to
fucked
read
up.
that.
You
You
know,
fucked
you
up.
know
I know
what
I
you
fucked
did,
up.
and you
Yeah.
know who I am,
Yeah.
and that's the end of that.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Come on, we 96 minutes in.
What were we talking about just before that?
Pop Smoke and
Oh, the
Rowdy.
great-
Oh, my only
great
point was
fucking record.
it was difficult for me to listen to Pop Smoke before because I wanted to get aggressive, and now because of the aggressive nature of the content, it's even more difficult for me to listen to. I was real glad to hear Roddy on the end of that.
Yeah, me too.
On the phone, he sounded great. He
I
sounded.
hate the phone thing, but he sounded good. Yeah.
I hate the phone thing too, but
You
that
can
was
just tell that he don't really like feel it the same way as when it's on the headphones.
he sounded
But-
like a much better rapper than he did going in.
Yeah, nah. Like his bars and
Yeah.
performance was nice. But you could tell that like you're not like immersed.
But I was even sad that them two was featured on a song together just because I know what that energy would have been like.
That would have
Yeah.
been crazy.
Like for them dudes to come home, Pop to be out here, Brooklyn, drill, all that shit rocking. Like
Yeah, I mean,
that energy in New York, man.
Yeah.
It's real important that y'all niggas that we need protect yourselves out there because we need y'all.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Yeah.
Who has optimistic?
Rory
Rory.
definitely got optimistic. And if you don't, we're canceling you.
Rory's like the worst computer guy.
Wait, I'm sorry. What
You
was
have
the question?
optimistic in your
the song.
Serato?
A song, a happy song. For us to
Yes,
talk
I do.
over,
I do
please.
have optimistic in my. Serato.
of course.
Rory, did you see Kiss put out a statement
No, I didn't. What did they?
that they stand by us?
Okay. You don't believe
Nigga,
Ronnie?
they got that Kith store boarded up.
It opened
from the
today.
ground- did it-
in L.A.
Oh, they did? No, I'm talking about the one downtown. They got that shit boarded. You're not getting in there. You won't be robbing none out of there.
Well, should he have let them rob him?
Because it's boarded.
I'm talking about the entire from the ground to like 5 stories up.
Yeah,
is
they
boarded.
better think heavens don't rob no more.
You'd have found a way
Tear
to get
right
in.
through that plywood.
A wood board wasn't stopping me and my crew from anything.
No, that shit is boarded up. It's not just.
I
like,
had a nigga that can punch through that.
no.
When they were putting all them shits up, I was thinking to myself, I was
Well-
like, all right, some plywood from Home
Yeah,
Depot.
a
little crowbar,
That's
get that down
that's
pretty
gonna
quick.
stop us.
I had a homeboy named Wall who would have took that whole thing down.
How did he get the name
He
Wall?
was there for that specific
That was his strong
reason.
point. Walls.
Yes, that plywood wasn't stopping a thing. Lil Baby, my favorite guy.
Love it.
One of my
Yo.
favorite new rappers.
He
Love it.
bodied this shit.
Can we play it, or are we just gonna stare at it in silence?
You don't got it on your phone?
I don't have it on my phone.
got
It's in my computer.
I got you.
See, don't do that.
No, I thought
It's
you
in
might have had
It's
it.
in my computer.
I'm just asking. I wasn't attacking you. Definitely wasn't attacking.
I be feeling attacked lately.
No.
Since you did that shit.
I'm just listen. Black Lives Matter, man.
I got it right.
Oh, Rory, chill out.
It's fine.
He
This
got
shit
it
is
from
great.
here, Rory. Damn. Gunshots! 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 Whoa!
I was really impressed, man.
He killed that.
It seemed like this was a coming out party to a lot of people, fam.
And I've been a
Like
fan of him.
I saw a lot of people saying, okay, he's here now. And I'm like, where have y'all been for the last year and a half?
I had someone actually text me and ask to someone write for him. I was like, I don't think so. Not to my knowledge at all. Like he's been rapping.
He just
doesn't
started
write for
writing.
him, I don't think.
He just started writing.
Yeah, I never heard anything otherwise.
This was amazing, man. This was amazing, timely. This is what we need more of our young acts to do with their platform and their microphone and their audience.
Yeah.
I saw somebody stupid say to me that why aren't you tearing Lil Baby apart for saying that a portion of the proceeds go to wherever they were going to. You got to be kidding. You're not asking me why I didn't tear up the Black Lives Matter song saying that a portion of the proceeds are going to a charity.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think that's the same, do you?
They do. Some do. Yeah, that's how their brain works.
I hate fans.
I mean,
everybody's
just not sharp.
I hate
That's all.
everybody. I want to commend Lil Baby.
Yeah, my favorite part of this is it's this sound with this message.
Yeah.
I think that's dope for right now with everything going on. That it sounds like this.
It's super-
It doesn't sound like your typical rap.
It's super critical
Fight
the
back
evolution of trap to be more than just turn up.
Yeah,
Super
I
critical.
love that it sounds like this.
Yeah, just use your platform
Yeah,
to speak to what's going on.
I'm with Maul.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Great this is an evolution
He
of
took
of
all
trap.
he took all the jury off. He took it wasn't about that. It's like I'm in the street with my generation, with my peoples.
But that's exactly why I'm saying that.
Yeah,
Because we talked about Gen Z and millennials and how many young people are out there and this whole generation doing so much. I love that they have music about this that sounds like their music.
right.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I love about it.
not
Of
forced.
course, I'm not saying everyone has to make trap
No, I get it. Yeah,
music with a message. I'm saying it's dope that he did this.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like
He got it
all
right.
of Gen Z
He got it
doesn't
right.
want to hear rapidy rap message shit
He got it right.
because
said,
it ain't they shit. It's fine. This is dope that this is like this.
I said a while ago, with social media advancing the way that it is, if an artist is not speaking to his fans, then it is by choice. It's something that they clearly do not want to do. And I'll say it again, if an artist is not utilizing their platform to deliver a message, it could be any message. I'm not here to judge your message. But in this time that we're in, if you're not doing what Dave Chappelle is doing, if you're not doing what Lil Baby is doing, if you're not even challenging the system like Kyrie is attempting to do, Cap, fucking Malcolm Jenkins, fucking
Just a few.
you
of them.
you name it.
Right.
If you are not doing this, baller alert. I bigged them up last week. Actually, that is a perfect example. That right there. Baller alert. I bigged up last week for the phenomenal job that they're doing just in covering all of the brutality that we're seeing. I want to add on to that Fee, Maul's arch nemesis, Gossip in the City. They now are doing a tremendous job in highlighting the Karens, the racists, and the people that are just spewing hatred that don't need to work where they work anymore. And they're doing the legwork for niggas like me that's not going to go find out where these people work at and actually get them fired. And it is amazing to me, in totality, with the Lil Baby, the Chappelle, the Kaepernick, all of the shit that we naming. And then last week, I come on here and I meant to say, man, what a horrible job the fucking Shade Room is doing. Like, I'm hurt by it a little bit. And I shouldn't be, because what do we expect from the Shade Room? But I expect for anybody here that's in this and living this and seeing this and feeling this to be utilizing their platform responsibly to deliver something. And if you're not doing that, then what the fuck was you here for in the first place originally? Walls enriched with interest can never be objective. So it just pains me when I look at the Shade Room, 19.3 million people strong that we empowered, just post about a bunch of bullshit that nobody gives a fuck about. Who cares about what fucking Tory Lanez is saying right now? Who cares about any of this shit? Who cares about Future and his baby moms? No disrespect to any of these people, of course.
Right.
But
I don't think Future wants his child support problems
Nick
up here
Cannon,
now either.
Gypsy White, Blueface, nobody gives a fuck. Let me be clear. So, we just need to be real careful with who we put on a pedestal, who we empower, because when it's time for them to give it back,
It's not coming most of the time.
no, it's not coming back. No, it's not coming back. Every other fucking gossip site that makes their living off of gossip. First of all, where y'all even getting gossip from right now? Niggas just started coming out again.
Right.
But these sites that make their living off of gossip have made a hard left. Know why? It's not important right now. And only these fucking idiots just keep beating you down the head with a bunch of shit that don't matter. I just think it's real irresponsible on their part, and I feel like they can do more. That's my piece. That's all I'll say about it. They probably won't post that, and I don't care if they don't, but it's sickening. Not just them. It's not just them.
It's not. It's not.
You bodied that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're right. No.
It's just disgusting. It's just nasty. Fucking and that's coming off the heels of do I even want to get into fucking live PD right now? This does seem like the turn so we can start talking about some more serious stuff. Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. Rest in peace, George Floyd. Rest in peace, Ahmaud Arbery. Rest in peace, Sean. I forgot Sean's last name, but I ain't forget about Sean, the nigga they killed as he was running away. Hangings are bike.
Yeah.
What's it been? Five hangings? 5 hangings. Rayshard Brooks. Rest in peace to Rayshard Brooks. Let's start at the top. More of this George Floyd footage has been released. Answered my question of, hey, were there any bystanders or passerbyers that saw what was happening and why didn't they jump in? Guess what? They did.
Right.
Did y'all see that?
No, I didn't.
Pull it up. I managed to catch that on vacation. The passerbyers are saying, you're killing him, you fucking mutt. What are you doing? Do you feel good about yourself? The man is lifeless and hasn't moved for however many minutes. It's being said on video.
Wow.
Just some of this stuff we seeing is real disturbing. Also, staunch reminders, right? Staunch reminders of where we are, the times we're in. I think all 5 of those hangings they said was a suicide, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
It's so much fucked up shit. You got to really read to siphon through this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the video. I'm not watching this again.
Yeah, I can't watch.
I'm not watching this again. I'm not watching this again. That Rayshard Brooks shit is disturbing, heart-wrenching, heartbreaking, traumatizing. To learn that the next day was his daughter's birthday that they were planning for. To hear him have a very coherent conversation with a police officer. And to hear him acknowledge the systemic oppression that exists. He said, listen, I don't want to be in wrong standing with y'all with anything.
Right.
Yeah, that was the.
I just want to go.
Yeah, that was the heartbreaking part about that.
I'll walk.
I will walk to where I have to go if you just leave me alone.
Right.
Some of this shit is real. It's real disturbing when you see that he was arrested for resisting arrest. But what were you arresting him for?
Nothing.
What was he resisting? What's the additional? What's the
Yeah.
additional charge?
Sleeping.
You got a man that you wouldn't let sleep behind his steering wheel. When you're taught that, when you're tired, you fucked up, pull over, take a nap, get it out of you. Like, we're taught these things.
And on top of that, you went to probably the most logical place too, a Wendy's parking lot, like a parking lot.
Yeah.
You didn't
not
pull
a
up.
desolate
You wasn't
area.
blocking
Yeah.
traffic. You wasn't on the side of the road where maybe it's dangerous. Someone could hit you. You're in a parking lot.
Right.
Everything about it is disturbing. I watched the press conference with his family as soon as I landed. I think that was his cousin that was wilding out, right? That was his cousin? I feel him. I feel him.
You know why this is tough, because it's simple. They could have easily just said, you know what,
Get some rest.
No,
or walk home.
or we'll take you home. How
Or
far do you
that.
live from here? Come back tomorrow, get your vehicle, and that's it. It's that simple. Like, we'll which is what the police are supposed to do.
Yeah.
Protect and serve.
If you're there to protect and serve,
How far do you live from here? We'll drop you off. Come back tomorrow when, you know what I'm saying, you get some rest,
Yeah.
get your vehicle, and go about your
If it
business.
was me or Rory, that would have been the case.
Absolutely.
absolutely. They might have not even tapped on the window at all.
Yeah.
He was at
Okay.
the drive-through. He was in line
All
at the
right,
drive-through.
fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
But even then.
Oh,
yeah, no, I got
Yeah,
that.
no, that's fine. All right, cool.
I wouldn't care if he went to 20 fast food chains and fell asleep in 20 different drive-thrus. The results of this are unacceptable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever little line you want to add to it, whatever caveat you need to put there,
All right,
it's
and-
nasty and it's unacceptable.
And then back to Parks' point with that new information. I've fallen asleep in the Journal Square White Castle drive-through 1,000 times. I've fallen asleep in the drive-through line. You better be falling asleep. That's the reason you're in the fucking drive-through line.
Right.
Right.
Because it takes forever at that time of night.
Yeah.
And you just pass out.
Listen, the video that we talked about last podcast that was from 4 years ago in Mesa, Arizona,
Yeah.
that brutal murder that we saw, homie went to trial and was acquitted.
The cop.
Yes.
That's not homie. But carry on.
Duke.
Yeah.
He's not homie.
Yeah.
Duke went to trial, got acquitted, retired a year later with pension.
Yeah. Living life. Fishing.
This is nasty shit, man. I don't really know I know what needs to be done. But it's all real disturbing. I don't know when the homegoing services for Ray Shard is. Do we know? Have they announced that?
I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I'm praying for all these lives that were lost and the life that will be lost tomorrow, the next day, and next week, and next month. Because it seems to be a reoccurring thing. Pardon me, indigestion. It seems to be a reoccurring thing. Something that's not going away. Again, shout out to the protesters, the people that are out there. Shout out to Gen Z. Shout out to the millennials.
Absolutely.
Shout out to everybody that's just out there busting their ass, that's just had enough, that's sick of it. Because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sick of hearing it. I'm sick of the news. I'm sick of how they report on it. I'm sick of white people's commentary on it. Yeah, man, I'm at the fucking pool at fucking Miami with whoever I'm with.
The ass
It's
champ.
nothing but rich people around. I don't say nothing to nobody. I don't want to talk to none of y'all. Somehow I find myself, I'm overhearing a conversation now with a young lady right in front of me and the younger rich white lady who's they now talking about the shit going on in the country. I said, oh boy, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, why do I have to be right here
Right.
for this one? She started getting into how the people that were doing the looting in D.C. or wherever she was from, she thinks they were from out of town because they really fucked it up, and she got a few friends that are small business owners, and it was going there.
Yeah.
That's where it was going. I jumped right in that. Made that real uncomfortable with just facts. Or maybe it wasn't uncomfortable. I just gave facts or my sentiment, but then I'm like, damn, now I'm at this rich, fancy, dancy place, and I'm the black guy who has to check the white people for talking about their small business friends that lost their small businesses. You don't know why people are angry? Let me tell you, since we're both sitting here rich.
Right.
See, I see a lot of those people. I see a lot of people whose positions on shit change when they get a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot of people that stop fighting for the left. They stop thinking a little leftist. And I don't even want to say leftist. Just thinking with a fucking heart. Don't politic me with this one.
I wouldn't say left or right on that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a human thing.
Yeah. Just having a fucking heart. Man, it's just nasty times. It's nasty times out there. I tried to bring some of this stuff in a little later in the podcast because the last few podcasts have been heavy podcasts. And the times haven't changed.
We spoke about that. There's still shit going to go on.
It's still heavy times. We
Still
anticipate
shit is gonna
those
happen.
times continuing. And like even now, back to our earlier conversation, I would love for this podcast to act as a distraction for some of you with all the shit that's going on. Unfortunately, because of my moral obligation, I cannot allow it to be.
Right.
So I feel Kyrie a little bit.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know of the solution, and I was really looking forward to a playoff game, but I do understand the sentiment behind it. Now, it might be hard to rally all them niggas and get them niggas on one page.
Yeah. Well, they're giving them the option. Some players can sit out if they choose to.
Really?
Yeah. They just announced it.
Listen, I love Adam Silver.
Yeah.
I think that he does a phenomenal job at forward thinking and knowing how to talk to people. Not black people, people.
He does seem to do a good job.
Yeah.
When you have Roger Goodell as the other commissioner for the other biggest sport, it makes Adam Silver look like the greatest ever. When he's just being compared to the few that there are out there.
No, Adam Silver is.
No, I think
I
the
understand
NBA,
what you're saying.
I think the NBA has done. I don't want to say a great job, but a much better job than the NFL has in giving the players as much power as possible when it comes to vocalizing these types of issues. I think they've done a great job at that.
I don't even put
but
the
a great
two in
job
the
the
same
NBA
sentence.
period.
I don't know.
I don't even put the two in the same sentence. It's night and day.
NASCAR might be bolder than the NFL.
Yeah.
Guys, Roger Goodell apologized and then said, "Hey, you guys should hire Cap."
3 years late, 4 years late, whatever it is.
They should hire Cap. Who was that? The Seahawks, Pete Carroll that said we should have signed him a few years ago.
I think that was the last team that he worked out for, so that would make sense. Yeah.
I thought he went to the Ravens after that.
I think that there was communication, but I don't think there was a formal tryout. I could be wrong about that, though.
Hey, you know he's one of the best 54 quarterbacks. I mean, 64. How many teams is there? 32?
32.
64 quarterbacks in the world.
Yeah.
Give him a job, man. Give him a job. Y'all tell me where y'all stand on this Kyrie NBA stuff.
I like it. I understand Kyrie's stance. I understand his positioning.
They're gonna use his flat Earth stuff against him to make him seem like a lunatic.
Yeah,
I always rock with the nigga that they paint as a lunatic for some reason.
Yeah, I understand it and I respect it. But a lot of other NBA players have spoken out and they understand Kyrie's stance as well, but they have a different perspective of, like how you just said, they're trying to serve as maybe some type of just take your mind away from some of that for just a moment. Like some players feel like that's what their service is. Like, let's try to give people something to look forward to that's just not so, depressing and, So I understand it. I understand it on both parts. I think Kyrie is right. There needs to be more done from the NBA and from the
If it's been going on for fucking 400 years, then taking our mind off it now does what when we seem to be making
that's
some fraction of progress.
That's why I totally
Kyrie's
understand. Right. I understand Kyrie's stance.
Kyrie's right.
And
stop, fuck the money up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stop.
no,
100%.
I agree.
I don't think they're going to do that. I think that this season, July 31st, is happening.
Yeah, I think they just announced that they're giving players the option they can sit out if they don't,
Who did I hear that was happening? I heard the Clippers. It's like, we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
this could be a real big story that
Yeah.
they might be stepping on, or not stepping on, but not divulging everything. Mm-hmm. How do you have an hour-long call with 90 players on the call and only 10 players talk? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'd love to hear more about it.
It's going to be interesting to see, but again, I do understand Kyrie's stance.
Baseball ain't coming back, and nobody's madder than me about that. The Yankees could really do it this year.
Yeah.
Have a squad. True. But in Kyrie's defense, too, it's not even like a real season either. Like,
plus, it's going to fuck up next season, potentially.
Yeah.
There's a million reasons why.
It's a force for the money, which, of course, we all know what
Kyrie understands
they're
what
going
it's
to do.
about.
Everything happening in the economy right now is a force for the money.
Of course.
Right.
Of
Absolutely.
course.
It's not just
so that's why I
basketball.
totally understand Kyrie's point of view. Like,
The
you're just
hookah-
doing
the
this for
hookah
the
spot
fuck of
around
it.
the corner opening is for the force of the money. Like everywhere is for the force of the money. Who knew that America couldn't afford to be out of work for 3 months? You ever think about that?
Americans.
I can't believe that
It's the government.
we did 3 months.
No,
I thought after 2 weeks we would have been
Americans
fucked.
didn't know that.
Well,
We couldn't have known that.
You have to. Well, people that know how the government works knew that because the government is just
People
about
that are
money.
sup-
It's not about the people of the country. It's
People
about
that are
the
living
economy.
check to check, which is most of America, know that.
Yeah, they know that.
Oh no, you're not. I know what you're saying. I'm saying even those people, I don't think would have thought that America as a whole
Couldn't figure it out.
could not afford to do. I didn't think.
No,
that,
but the
I
thing
don't think
is-
the broke people felt like America was in the same boat as them. Like I know I'm working check to check, and I can't afford for my checks to stop.
Right.
But I don't think they viewed America that way.
Yeah.
That
Well,
is
it's-
sick.
Well, you know what it is too. It's because again, the government. Like this is the greediest country in the world. So it's like if the money stops, what do you think is going to happen with the country?
Yeah, Joe, when they tax you on a pack of gum, that means we need this whole country to run. When they
Yeah.
tax you on literally everything that you do to move, that means this country needs income every single day, let alone 3 months.
Right.
Like, you're getting taxed for food.
Then we should be able to audit America.
Well, they
Agreed.
tried to do that with our president, but he said no.
Auditing the president and auditing America isn't quite the same thing. If
well,
we're doing
no,
it
I'm
this
saying-
way, then I want to know where
Joe, if they
all the
can't-
George
if
Washington
you can't
Bridge money
audit-
went.
If you can't audit the
Please.
president, you think you could audit the country?
Well, no, I couldn't audit Def Jam. So I mean, I'm just sitting
That's a
here.
big conglomerate.
I'm just throwing ideas. And I was poured in. So auditing that's not a cheap game to play.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You have to be able to afford it and keep affording it in the event that this runs.
Yeah. It's definitely not cheap.
Yeah, that got me off my shit a few. I will audit you. Well, this is how much it is. I'm gonna let it play out a few more months then. Let me just see.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else here with this stuff? I feel like so much important shit happened. Should we bring up where some of these alleged hangings have occurred at?
Yeah, we should.
Yesterday,
bring some light to it.
Yesterday was the 100-year anniversary of 3 black men being lynched in Minneapolis in front of a crowd of 5,000. I read that. Got it.
That picture was really sick too. That they said they were selling postcards of.
Yeah. Gotta know the roots of shit. What is this? The deaths of 2 black men by hanging and calls for investigation. Robert Fuller and Malcolm Harsh, rest in peace to both of those kings, were found dead in Southern California within days of each other. Robert Fuller, sweetest person you know. 24-year-old Fuller was found dead on Wednesday, hanging from a tree in a square across from City Hall in Palmdale, California. What's interesting to me about that is, because I've been to enough city halls to know, why are there no cameras around this city hall?
There is. That's the issue here. That's why they said we should probably look into an investigation. Of course there is.
Yeah.
Joe, there's cameras. Fuck City
Everywhere.
Hall. There's cameras everywhere.
Yeah. There's cameras everywhere.
And
Those
Palmdale,
days of-
California is not some like super rural place that there would be no cameras.
Yeah.
Let alone around City Hall. There's cameras everywhere. Committing crime right now is the hardest thing in the world unless there's another agenda going on.
Fuller was the second black man found dead by hanging in the area in a matter of weeks. On May 31st, Malcolm Harsh, 38, was found outside of a library in Victorville, California, about 50 miles away from Palmdale. The investigation into his death is ongoing, but his family is worried it will be ruled a suicide.
Something about that. I understand, a lot of the family saying, their relative wasn't suicidal, and I do understand that. You get that, but we got to remember that these times that we're living in right now is it's different. Nobody has ever, we've never faced anything like this, and you never know really what some people may or may not be dealing with and going through, because people don't, put a lot of that information out there. They don't just talk about what's going on in their lives. So we got to be real careful. You know what I mean? This is something that I think, especially during these moments right now with the country being as sensitive and on edge as it is, these situations we have to pay attention to very carefully, and we have to be careful how we go about reacting to this type of stuff. Because this is something that I think can spark a whole different wave of, emotions and backlash that I don't think this country is going to be ready to deal with.
But it may be necessary, depending on they need to be investigated properly. They need to be
Absolutely.
Transparently investigated.
So we have to really, really pay close attention to this, and really keep our eye on these things, and make sure that we get to the bottom of this, because this is a very, very dangerous thing here with these hangings. Like, if these are actual homicides and killings and not suicides, I don't think the country is going to be prepared for what's to come after this. I'm going to just put that out there. I don't think this country is not prepared for.
I think these are
what's to
actual
come.
hangings and suicides. I mean, not suicides, and hangings and homicides. I think
they appear
this is
to be
what this
lynchings.
country has been built on for forever, and I don't think anything is going to happen, because that is how the country is built until we make something happen.
Oh no! If this is,
I
if
think
these
Maul
are,
is saying the
And
response.
if y'all had a problem with
Yeah.
some looting and us burning Wendy's down,
if
I-
these
well, I
are
think- I
ruled
think
as
that's
if these are
exactly
ruled
what
as
Maul is saying.
homicides,
Yeah.
the country is not prepared for what's to come.
Yeah, breaking down the glass of Sephora is not what's going to happen.
It's not. The country will not be able to bounce back from what's to come after this.
so you're saying black people at some point need to militarize?
I'm with it. I'm with it. Organize.
Organize.
Yeah. You have our own hospitals, because they're killing our black women in hospitals too. But that's another conversation.
While we are on the topic of no cameras being present, I want to just get this story out there, because it was super disturbing to me for a multitude of reasons. Live PD, last week we announced the canceling of Live PD along with cops. I was of the impression that just with all the police tension going on in the world, that they just thought it was a bad idea to air those types of shows.
And it is.
And it is. But as it turns out, Live PD was filming an episode when a man named Javier Ambler, if I'm mispronouncing that name, my apologies, it's certainly not intentional. Javier Ambler died from congestive heart failure, and he was tased to death. Black father of two died while deputies tased him, and this was all filmed and recorded by Big Fish. For those of you unfamiliar with Big Fish is a production company. They were responsible for shows like Live PD. This season, I think they had some involvement with. No, actually, I don't think they had some involvement with Viacom. They were involved in Love and Hip Hop, and Big Fish recorded this murder. They recorded this murder and then went as far as to discard the footage. So this footage does not exist, but this man was murdered on film. See, this stuff is already disturbing when people are murdered and it's filmed, but normally it's just someone's phone. You're not telling me now that as a black man, I can be murdered in front of an entire production company. Because if you're telling me that is a really disturbing thought. And if I continue to flush that thought out and delve further into it, the depiction of black people on shows like Love and Hip Hop, you can laugh at the irony in me saying any of this now or later, but it's fine. But the depiction of black people on shows like Love and Hip Hop, it hits differently when you find out that the production team involved is fully capable and willing to film, record, and discard video of police murdering a black man. Viacom cut ties with this company immediately. Immediately, I received an email. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be sharing all this, but this is my platform, so suck my dick. I received an email immediately saying that Viacom wants nothing to do with Big Fish. Not only did I get that email, I saw some shit online. Same way all these companies are saying, hey, we stand with black people. They're also saying, hey, we cut ties with people that film murders. That's what they said. I think that Big Fish needs to be brought up on charges is what I think. But I also think the murderers of Breonna Taylor need to be brought up on charges.
Absolutely.
Like, I think a lot of murderers need to be brought up on charges. But
well, if that's in fact true with Big Fish, yes, they destroyed evidence that is illegal.
Yeah.
Which is when we get into the law, really nasty. But when we just get into white people and their view of blacks or black culture or black anything, like, y'all would film a murder and get rid of the fucking evidence and still be allowed to be employed and work with reputable companies like Viacom? Viacom, y'all do so much business with black people. I understand why you would act fast. But this is what I've been saying for a few weeks now. The NBA, Viacom, the NFL, they operate differently. But anybody that does business with black business, y'all are going to be under a microscope as soon as we're allowed to be back to work. We're not coming back to work with the same lenses that we had.
No, those days are over with.
And a good thing Viacom got rid of Big Fish before I saw any of them. No way none of us was going back to work and y'all just filmed the murder of a man. At the filming is bad enough, but y'all got rid of it for like a year? I really hope that they're brought up on some type of charges, you fuckity fucks.
Yeah.
That is nasty. It is disgusting. Again, I want to say rest in peace to this gentleman, Javier Ambler. We want to say rest in peace to what's this young lady's name?
Oluwatoyin Salah.
Salah, yeah.
The young activist that was missing and her body was found. Along with the 75-year-old Victoria Sims on Saturday. Their deaths are being investigated as homicides. Thanks for that part.
Well, they arrested somebody.
About to say they arrested a suspect, Aaron Glee, 49 years old. He's not a white man. That's important to say right now. He's not a white man, but what a monster.
Well, she had tweeted the week prior that she had been sexually abused, and then disappeared shortly after.
We failed this woman.
Yeah, we got to do and when I say we as black men, we got to do a better job at protecting our women.
I agree 100%.
We got to hold each other accountable. We got to hold our friends, our homies, men in our neighborhoods, in our communities. We got to hold each other accountable. Because nobody's coming to help us.
We got to rid ourselves of some of these things that we've been conditioned to think through music and through society throughout the years.
Correct.
Because a lot of it doesn't go hand in hand with some of the things that we were raised on, like protecting our women.
Right.
And I think that's coming to the forefront now, maybe more than ever before. And it's disturbing to see. It's disturbing to watch. It's disturbing to bear. Last podcast, I came in here and was just talking about how a lot of this shit is just heavy on the soul. Like, you have to really counter some of the shit you might be feeling at home just looking at your phone. And this is one of those things. It feels like it's going to be a long, strange summer. Maul, I'm with you in that. We failed this young woman.
Yeah. And not just her. It's more like her.
My heart goes out to this young lady's family, her friends, her cause, her mission. There's a few black trans people that were murdered as well.
Yeah,
correct.
Seen that.
I want to lend my support to that community as well. However, whatever slogan does that, whether it's Black Lives Matter, Black Trans Lives Matter, I'm not trying to be divisive. I'm trying to be inclusive and to make my position clear. I'm on the side of any and everyone that has ever been oppressed.
Correct.
I have to say that because there's a lot of arguing with slogans being thrown around.
Yeah, and that's a distraction.
I'm not with the
those
arguing,
yeah.
and I may not know the proper slogan to embrace your movement, but I'm with you. I'm with you.
Likewise.
I'm an ally, and you have all of my support. Again, rest in peace to this young lady. Rest in peace to the older lady as well. What is her name, Kim?
Victoria Sims.
Victoria Sims, my apologies. Rest in peace to her as well.
Protect the black women. It's time. Hold each other accountable. All this, we sit around in the hood and we do dumb shit all day. It's time for a change. We got to protect the women and the children in our neighborhood because there's no help coming. We got to do it ourselves.
Quick note about that George Floyd video. I saw someone post a video and make note of this. And if the first George Floyd video that was released and they dispatched for the ambulance and the ambulance came, did y'all see that? Did y'all see the video when the ambulance came?
No.
Got it. Okay, well, when the ambulance came, ambulance workers didn't get off the ambulance. They were cops. They got off the ambulance. Sheriffs or some shit.
Wow.
No EMT worker.
I think I heard something like that they had bulletproof vests on. Like the people that came in the ambulance,
They were
said it was
uniformed.
It was kind of weird.
That's crazy.
I didn't see the video though, but I had read that.
Yeah, no, I watched it. It was a brown uniform. They were wearing vests, and they did hop out of an ambulance truck, and they just picked him up and put him in there. They didn't try to resuscitate him. They didn't do anything on the scene. Oh, and also the fucking the dispatch call leaked from the actual dispatcher talking to whoever whatever cop that was, and they said in the call, young lady, listen, I don't want to snitch, but it's some action down at the scene, and they were all on top of him. I'm not sure if they reported any unnecessary force or resistance, but it seems to be a lot happening down there, and I just feel like I should let you know.
Wow.
And then homeboy is like, I'll check it out. Like, just in case some of y'all out there are wondering what we talk about when we talk about systemic oppression. Like, that's what we're talking about. Hey, in the extended footage of Rayshard Brooks, that's a black man in the white shirt, the cop that comes up. Did y'all see that video?
Yeah.
That comes up and attempts to console the murderer.
His supervisor, yeah.
Hey, we'll get this checked out. My main concern is to make sure that you're... Pardon me? Am I hearing this with my own two ears? Am I watching a clip of this? This is recorded and leaked?
Yeah.
Your main concern when a man is murdered is making sure that the murdering cop is okay? The public shouldn't hear stuff like that.
No, they should.
We should.
We absolutely.
We should definitely hear that.
Well, we shouldn't, because it shouldn't be happening.
It shouldn't be happening.
We should.
That is true.
Of course.
If it
it's
does
gonna
happen,
happen,
we should hear
Everything that happens
yeah, but
from a public servant.
who gives a fuck? We done came up with everything, man. Hey, tell them you can't breathe. Put a body cam on. Send another car. You done came up with everything. Let me not scream because people think I'm irate when I'm screaming and I'm not.
There's a lot of
this
things
is
that
an
they
okay
have not come up with, though.
subject to be irate about.
There's a lot of things they have not come up with. The fact that when something like this does happen and a lawsuit does work in the favor of the victim, we, the taxpayers, pay for the damages.
Yeah.
Not the police officers, not the police union. We do. There's a million things that need to change.
Absolutely.
A million things that need to change.
Well, when they gonna get to it?
There's some baby steps happening, but
There
it's
are
not
some
enough.
baby steps happening.
It's not enough.
There's definitely some baby steps, but a way larger step needs to be taken, not just little things.
Soon.
I see Colorado is changing some things.
New York got rid of plainclothes officers or something, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just hope that is
And they didn't
is baby steps
they
and
didn't
not
get rid of them.
You're right. They reassigned
They didn't get rid of them.
They reassigned them.
They reassigned them,
Right.
which is part of the issue.
Yeah.
Don't now
They
take.
disbanded.
Don't.
There's no more.
Yeah,
They
they
disbanded
made
that.
them less identifiable, which is a bigger problem for me. Now I don't even know where you putting the racist fuck. I don't know what part of my life I'll have interactions with this person now. You reassigned them? Y'all gave some of these niggas desk work? The Chauvin dude still gets a pension?
Yeah.
Lori Vallow. Lori Vallow, I came in here not too long ago, told y'all a story about Lori Vallow. It was super interesting to me. This was the young lady from Idaho who her kids were missing since September. And then her husband died. And then she got a new boyfriend shortly after whose ex-girlfriend also died. And then they went to Mexico. And then they were having trouble extraditing them because they were in Mexico, and it was the law game. They found the remains of the kids. They found the remains of the kids in the in the gentleman's home, Chad Daybell. 2 sets of human remains found at Chad Daybell's home were those of 2 missing children who had not been seen since September. Daybell is married to Lori Vallow, the mother of the children, 17-year-old Tylee Ryan and 7-year-old Joshua J.J. Vallow. Search warrant was executed Tuesday at Daybell's home in Fremont County. I'm wondering what took so long to get that search warrant. Probably the law thing that I was talking about. Near the Wyoming border, where the remains were found. After being taken to the medical examiner's office, the bodies were identified as J.J. and Tylee. My heart goes out anytime anyone is killed, murdered. It really goes out when children are treated that way.
Yeah.
This is real sick stuff. This is really sick stuff. I am glad that they found these children after so many months. Hopefully more will be revealed and we can get some information as to how this fucking horrible event even occurred. But it's disgusting. Again, if you just continue to listen to the news or look out a window, you might get a real disgusting feeling over you because a lot of this shit is indeed disgusting. Rory, you got to cue up something to make us feel better.
Yeah, I got us.
Again, rest in peace. Rest in peace to these 2 children, to JJ and Tylee. And I hope that whatever justice that there is left to be served in this case can indeed be served. Now play that shit, Rory. Play that shit. I'll talk over the front. Yeah, let's turn it down a little bit. Listen, man, please do whatever you need to do to keep your mental health on track. That's what I will say. I know it's tough out there.
Right now.
I know it's heavy out there. I know a lot of people out there may not have somebody to talk to or confide in. A lot of us have trust issues. We don't even trust talking to people with our shit. But now's not the time. Please be your healthiest. And please be well, man. We need y'all. We need each and every one of y'all. I hate to sound like an after-school special, but this shit is near and dear to my heart. I'm passionate about this. And I'm passionate about y'all. Again, rest in peace to everybody that we lost. Yeah, turn this up a little bit. Is this as loud as we go? Hey, there we go. Thank you. Hey, Swiss must have sent Rory that Verzuz pack. shit bumping in the headphones. Turn up. Wait a minute! Whoa! All right, Rory. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Okay. Tiana Taylor, brand new album this Friday. I'm really excited about it, partially because I heard it already.
Oh,
It's fire.
well, how is it?
It's fire.
Okay.
It is fire. It is fire. A nice fire, concise, good listen. My only hesitance was Tiana's in one of those boats where, and she's been in this boat, so it's not a new boat for her, but all the fire is on the album. We haven't gotten it yet.
Oh, you mean it's like
So
no single?
just literally all new music.
No, she's released singles or.
Yeah, there's been a couple little videos.
But the fire is on the album.
Oh, okay.
Like
I
her,
feel like that's the
her
case
album
usually.
cuts are all fire, but they're album cuts. So the label probably had a hard time saying, "Hey, how can we market her?" Because all of the album cuts are fire.
Right.
They probably had a hard time searching for a single by the label's definition.
Yeah.
That's usually the case, I feel
Well,
like.
you don't have to give up too much, obviously. But how it's broken up with Studio A, B, U, M. I don't know what that other letter is. Is
Album.
that a significant?
A-L-B-U-M.
Oh, wow, I can't read that.
Album.
That's an L?
Yes.
All right. Is that
It's the Prince L. It's the Prince sign L.
okay? Is that a significance to how it's broken up with sound? Like
Well,
the way kind of division did it?
I don't
or-
think I've heard it sequenced.
Oh, okay.
I just heard all the songs that were on it.
Gotcha.
And she took some really great flips and smoked it, but in her way. I guess kind of like she did that Tell Me What You Want sample.
Yeah.
Okay.
She did a few of those. Like she did doo-wop that was crazy. She did a few that was just crazy. And that's all I got because she wouldn't send me the actual album.
Gotcha.
I love T and the art. That's like a real. That's for a moment like right now. This is like
This is
perfect.
the time for the art.
Yeah, this was
Yeah,
perfect.
that's
But this is
really
Tiana though. She's an artist.
Well, I see Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu, and Missy Elliott are the features that stuck out. That's really dope.
I'm sold.
I love Tiana.
You were sold at
so
DeVito.
True.
I was sold at King Combs.
Shout out to King Combs.
Yo, and let me just tell y'all, judge me all you want, but when I'm around the Honey Dips, I do throw on a King Combs The Case remix. I do.
They like that
Scream
one?
Man.
They
Scream,
feeling that one?
Scream Man. You good? It
Like
works.
that one? It works.
It works.
It works with the Honey Dips.
Any Case remix is gonna work. Any did I. I'm looking forward to this project, man. I am.
Yeah.
RMR put something out on Friday. We recorded Thursday, so we
Yep.
couldn't get into it.
But definitely listen this weekend. Loved it. Really,
I enjoyed
really
it.
good album.
I enjoyed it.
No, I was jamming on 95 of this.
Just got you going.
What? When you driving?
That's right, Gun. Kill somebody right in front of the R&B song. Start the album that way, Gun.
That's how you do it.
Tell us about your shooter in front of that song.
I like the
See, that's what Slaughterhouse missed. We needed one of those.
Yeah, you didn't have those.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, no good
Nah, don't
ad-libs.
do that. My little was dope. But
You guys only
just makes anything
you guys
sound
only
like
had
some shit.
Yawa. Like the gun noises are way better.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Hey, Parks is doing everything but giving us a fucking gunshot! Whoa!
Mo, you not jamming on 95 to this?
I would. Yeah.
Okay,
For sure.
all right. Thought
You
you,
know I would.
thought you was trying to judge me.
No, not at all.
See, Hey. Yo, if you're an R&B artist out there, sing over these drums, and I'm gonna play it. These are the drums that Drake tells you mob ties on. Hey. Hey. That chorus reminds me, I was trying to make fun of my mom because we lived in the projects when I was born. Mm-hmm. And she she humble flexed on me, was like, "That projects? You was born in Lenox Hill." Like
Lenox
all right.
Hill or Lenox Terrace?
Lenox Hill.
Oh, the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what I said. I said, all right, fuck that
Wait,
man.
is Lenox Hill out?
Lenox Hill they got a Netflix special about Lenox Hill now.
Oh, they do?
Taking nobody saw
I'm
it.
not hip. No,
I didn't see it. No,
Yeah, it just came out. It came out Friday.
I'm
Ian
familiar with
Ian
the
says it's
hospital,
really
but I
good.
just didn't watch
That's
the
where you were
doc.
going at?
Yeah, but
Well,
that was her way of telling
I mean,
me
when
that
you
she was fancy. It didn't matter if I was born in Lenox Hill and we
then
went to the
we went
back to
project.
the project. I was gonna say, you saying I was born in the project doesn't mean I was literally born in them.
project.
Listen,
I went back to them.
My mom has all types of scams that she's never atoned for.
But that's what moms are supposed to do that though,
What scam?
and then say they didn't do it.
I thought that scam was outdated. Then the pandemic and unemployment hit, and everybody started robbing the government.
Hey, you start getting
Screaming,
into
I hear you.
you start getting into what your mom's was into when she was
Yeah.
around 29, 30.
You see how you was raised? Like,
Yeah.
damn, we had unemployment, drugs, WIC,
Fire.
we had all types of government
Mom's
assistance.
made it happen. She made it happen.
Oh man, boy, was I used to be mad in my 20s when when they caught you when you didn't pay the child support, but then you paid the child support and it was all going to the government. How
good old
You
government.
in debt to the government,
Yeah.
man. If y'all already paid,
Nah.
yo, when
clearly.
y'all have kids, it's gonna get sick. It's gonna be a sick game. Y'all better hurry up before they raise child support.
That's why I'm moving to Akon City.
Y'all gonna have a kid when the money coming. Y'all gonna be fucked.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to
And
it.
Akon City looks beautiful, Rory.
It does. He just got what, $6 billion.
You would
to go
move there with fucking Ronnie Feig.
That's where Kith is just moving right straight to Akon
You know
City.
Kif
It's
is
gonna
going
be
to
a
have a
Kith in
spot in
Akon
Akon
City.
City.
They
You
should
know
have
that.
one.
That's Kif.
Yeah, right there.
That one
Yeah.
building right there.
You see it.
Oh, that's how it looks
Yeah,
on
no, I'm
Sunset.
out.
That's how. On Sunset.
That's how the kid looks on
That
Sunset.
Kif on
just like
Sunset
that.
is nasty.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Why?
Probably because they're attached to the other little fake Kifs and yeah.
Oh, the
the upstairs store.
Ashley
Yeah.
Stewart.
I don't know what that store is. I just know I was
it's
confused.
LA Kif. It's not it.
I just knew I was confused when I walked in. I was like, this doesn't look like Kith. They're like, oh, it's
Yeah.
downstairs.
And I'm not waiting in line here.
Bird.
I'm gonna get out of here. Akon City. All right, cool, got it. I think
$6 billion contract from KE International to build and execute his futuristic metropolis.
this nigga's building a streaming farm.
It'll work.
I can't believe Duke is still throwing around them fake numbers.
You can believe it.
I don't
But
know why
if
you
we
you
know
don't
it's
believe
fake and he know it's fake and everybody know it's fake, then why would
that.
you try?
Everybody doesn't know it's fake.
All the people that matter know it's fake. So why would you try to stand in it? Like the jig is up if the gang members aren't there.
You're missing the point here, man. The people that matter aren't the ones that really buy and consume shit. It's the people that don't know what's going on that do.
The stockholders and such.
Like,
Yo, the data only works on people that don't know how data works.
I know that's what I'm saying. Those are the people that really buy tickets, merch, and music. So of course Duke is gonna run around with all these false numbers to make them be like, let's stream it more so we're part of it. Like I know the strategy. It's an easy one.
It's nasty. It's disgusting. Anything else nasty that we need to get off? I'm cool. My heart is at ease. My soul is fulfilled.
Meek we'll get to that.
Hey, Mike Rory.
I'm hearing Marquise Houston in my left ear right now.
Got to combat that when you A, Mike.
Meek was vocal all weekend because Maul was not standing up for his girl.
Oh,
Yeah, didn't Maul just say we got to stand up for black queens?
Quiet all
Then
weekend.
he let Meek do it and not him.
We stood up for B. We said we understood her perspective, her point of view.
No, it's crazy. Meek did it, but all you did was Meek.
All I did was who?
Meek, the actual definition. There we go.
Okay.
You don't care?
I mean,
Well, anyways, yeah. So B. Simone's book, apparently she plagiarized a few of the pages, and then she came out and said, I'm going to take full responsibility, but here's all the people that I'm putting the responsibility on instead.
Or she's a creator.
She basically blamed it on all the 9-to-5s, if we're going to be real. She did. She blamed it on the people she hired that work at 9 to 5 and then kept saying, I'm taking full accountability, even though I'm blaming it on everyone else.
This is when Joe would play Dolly Parton 9 to 5 softly in the background.
you brought the dolly right here.
Oh, come on. This happened. I'm working. All right.
But then Meek came in and said, yo, chill with all that shit. Like, she's fine. You guys let everyone else steal. I don't even actually know what's going on, but shout out to her.
Yeah, he said that.
That's really what he said.
He said, yo.
I understood what he was saying. Like, I get it. Yeah, it's like, come on, cut it out, man. Like, what are y'all really mad about right now? Like, this is what y'all choose to be in the uproar about? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not the time for that. It's not it.
I think both things can be true.
Did you?
I don't think it's a priority right now, but I think you could be mad at someone from stealing from other people.
He was more so speaking towards canceling, like blacks canceling blacks. This isn't the time for that. And I agree with
I
you.
just enjoyed her video and how she lost the voice for the video.
She lost her voice.
No, lost the voice. There was
The
no more,
voice.
baby boy, baby girl. It was no. It
She
was none of
doesn't
that. It
speak
was,
like that all the time. You know that.
you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Much quieter.
made a mistake.
Different tone.
I attempted to manifest something.
I manifested someone else's work.
I hired other people to manifest other people's
Chill,
work.
chill. That's the homie. Don't do that. We ain't gonna bash her. We
Yeah,
can't
Rory.
bash her on it. Don't do
I'm
that.
not bashing that.
You did.
I'm saying
I
what she
laughed
said.
after you laughed. Your white laugh made me laugh, and you can't do that right now.
Your white laugh.
You can't laugh at our black creators
Yeah, no.
right now, anyway.
So there's nothing funny about saying I take accountability 5
Oh, no,
times
that's
while
funny.
in between
Well, yeah.
taking no accountability.
No,
I mean,
that's
it is if
hilarious.
you think racism is funny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, no, I didn't think of it. I didn't think about it that way.
I mean, it is. You know, just let us know. Let us know where you stand, Rory. That's all.
I manifested the work of others
Yes.
and sold it to you all at a premium. And I am sorry for that.
And even though on the front of the book it says "Book by B. Simone," I hired every other person to write this because I'm not an author.
And I don't care. I'm with Meek. Leave fucking B. Simone alone. Y'all let Fashion Nova steal all American Apparel shit, and because Bernice weird, y'all bought it. Fuck out of here. Now y'all mad at a scrappy scrapbook. Who wanted a dope scrapbook? Y'all are the losers.
Y'all are the losers.
So
They wanted a fucking encyclopedia
Whoa,
scrapbook.
yeah.
No, bitch. I'm stealing the fucking creations of others and selling it to y'all. And if you're dumb enough to buy this, look, here's my baby picture with this one. Ooh. Wait. It says baby manifesto. You know what I'm getting at. I got a sleeper. I'm going.
Baby B
I'm
manifested.
going.
Yeah.
I'm fam.
you don't see her manifesting
Yeah,
on that
you gotta
page that's
manifest
falling
it,
apart?
baby. Yeah.
That's
No,
manifested.
I'm gonna find me a song to play. I'm gonna find a song. Come on, give me your air, y'all. Just
Gang.
That's what you're coming back with?
Joe not gang.
No, Joe stands alone at all times.
No, you're with the
I
gang
don't-
of Christ.
I don't need a gang.
You don't think we got your back?
You're in the gang of ass eaters.
I wouldn't ask y'all to have my
You're
back.
from the blood of Christ.
No ratchet on me. I'm protected by a rosary. I said that.
No, you did.
I
say
said
I forgot,
that.
I forgot you said some of the things you said. My bad, my nigga.
I'm not doing this with you fucking idiots right now, man. Turn my
Telling us
goddamn-
something that's recorded that you said that is funny.
Niggas don't know I said a lot of the shit that I said.
I mean, that's true.
Good pod today, gentlemen.
Yeah, I like today.
Somehow we snuck 3 hours out of this chaos.
I mean, it's just what we do.
I can't wait to talk about music again.
Word.
Yo, I'll confess.
be nice.
I'll confess to y'all.
Oh, new music that came out that is important because I really like this project.
St. John, new shit.
No.
Feature and future.
Saint got some shit coming, but no. Cy Ari the Kid.
Oh, he's dope.
His album came out Friday. Y'all should really check that
He
out.
just put something out. Not long
His
ago, too.
project is really dope.
He put
His
out
album's
something
dope.
like 2 months ago, 3
It's
months
called
ago.
A Toxic Heartbreak. His album's dope.
All right.
His album-
Oh, wait.
I will check
He
it out.
trying to take me and Rory's way. We got to put our shit out now.
No, y'all
Toxic
gonna
Heartbreak.
listen to it. Check this album
That
out.
sound eerily similar to
Check this-
Yo, I still love this bitch.
Oh, and there's all of that on there. You gotta hear he talking
Yo,
that
Ari.
shit. He talking that shit. He
Come
talking
on,
that
Ari.
shit.
I'm gonna check it out.
Now this album's
Yo,
dope.
listen, while we on
Forget
Ari.
Wait till R&B come back.
Oh, he brought it back. This is it.
No.
This is the new R&B.
No, I'm talking about Rory and Budden.
Oh, you singing on it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's singing.
He's singing.
Oh, okay.
Singing, rapping.
Oh, I'm in there.
Yeah.
Nigga ain't gotta say
It's
much
not
to
your,
get,
it's
to get
not
a
your
purchase from
typical
Joe.
R&B singing. It's
Yeah.
melody.
No, I
it's,
fuck with him. I know the type of music
Like, his
he
shit
makes.
is dope. Yeah, his shit is
Listen,
dope.
He is dope.
While we on
I
this,
gotta hear this.
Sci-Hi to Prince. Listen, I know we've had communication issues in the past.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
You got please right now?
He probably
To
DM'd
say
him
that
and
we
said
had
hi.
communication issues?
Sounds like
No,
a
it
please.
sounds like a please coming by. That's
I'm
cool.
not DMing no nigga that's going ham under their Instagram comments of girls.
Yeah, he does go a
I'm,
little
I'm not
filthy.
doing that. But
He's a little
Sci,
extra.
whenever you take a break from that, we need you.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
We need some
I'm listening
music
to old Saha right now.
but everything on old side
Fire.
is
He's one of my favorite rappers for sure.
This now.
Yeah.
Side, I'd appreciate it if you would put something out.
Yeah.
Word.
With that said, that is the end. Come on, Elton John, get in your shit, man.
Telling Elton John to get into his shit and this come on. I'm still standing.
He's still standing. That's how I felt after that shit.
It's actually hard to stand.
No, you was not. You were not standing.
I'm saying. No, I stood up.
Your legs are a little shaky though.
Had to hold on to some
whole new
some male
meaning.
ego.
Whole new meaning of 10 toes down.
Yeah.
Whole new. Listen.
10 toes
Eat
curled.
it all
Oh
time.
my God! I didn't even know one of them toes could do that shit.
10 toes curled.
Yo, Erickson, you feeling me too much? I see you over there.
Eric's in Spanish. He looking at us like, nigga, we've been on that. We've been on that.
Listen, I want to thank y'all for listening. I want to thank God for getting us here. I want to thank God for getting y'all here. Please keep us in your prayers. Lord knows we need to be there. We'll do the same. Until next time, hasta la vista, arrivederci, adios. I bid you adieu, so long, goodbye, all that good shit. Life is a series of moments, and moments pass seemingly faster than they ever have passed before.
Man.
So let's make these moments last as if it's all we have. I'm going home. My mom found a cleaning lady, jazzed things up before my arrival.
Nice.
Wow,
So
you're important.
it's spotless in there, like my ass. Yo, y'all said we wasn't
no, that
deleting
was
this
the end of
stuff
the
out.
pod.
Nah, it's in there.
That was the end of the
I
pod.
want to delete all of it. Delete the whole pod. Fuck Spotify gonna do, nigga. All right, I'm gonna give us a gentle fade, Parks, and when it's all done,
You know the vibes.
you know the fucking vibes. The yeah in the back is crazy. I let him rock fucking, man. You gotta let Elton John get his shit off. Let me tell you something, BT Awards. If you bring Eminem and Elton John out on Zoom, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Because you'll be so excited.
Yes, Rory.
Okay, got you.
Yes. The excitement will be overbearing. It'll be too much for me. When the last time you took your ass to the car wash, huh? You seem a little tight in the ass. You could use a wash.
Now I think about it, man. I think that's my problem right now. I need to let loose.
Yeah, man. Come on. Fuck wrong with this nigga, man. Hey, go pull up to the car wash, nigga. Let them shits dangle.
That's a grown man with the last time you took your ass to the car wash.
Waxed.
Oh, for guitars. Let the guitars ride out.
When was the last time you got your asshole detailed?
Yeah, when the last time you had that interior spruced up? Spruced. Hey!